Green Bay game a fight to the end. 40-40, a battle for men. We left it all on the hallowed field, but now a new challenge is revealed. The Jets are waiting, their record is weak, but a wounded dog is about to seek. They're at home with nothing to lose, and a tough fight is what we'll choose. Bringing down the Jets, no time for regrets. Every play, every throw, gotta put on a show. Midday New York, a must-win game. Bringing down the Jets, yelling out our name. The critics say we've got this one easy, but that's the kind of talk that makes me uneasy. They're hungry for the win, a chance to prove that they can still make a powerful move. We need this victory, need it bad, for all the fans we've always had. From that tie, a lesson we learned, for every yard we've got to earn. Bringing down the Jets, no time for regrets. Every play, every throw, gotta put on a show.
The world is changed. I feel it in the water. I feel it in the earth. I smell it in the air. Much that once was is lost, for none now live who remember it.
Every fall the war begins, 4 teams, no love, just wins. From Philly Bulls to Dallas Stars, the passion runs deep and leaves its scars. New York pride in that Meadowland blue, DC dreams trying to break through. Rivalries on, but the fire stays fresh. Blood, sweat, tis the MFC East clash. It's the MFC East clash. Every yard fall like somebody got hurt. Trash talk loud, predictions bold, but no team falls. When the season unfolds, Eagles fly, Giants grind, Cowboys shine. Commanders fine, every fan base ready to feast. It's war every year in the MSC East. Coaches change, but the hate remain. December games in icy rain, from Dak to Hurst to Sack is birth. The headlines write themselves by the first. You think you're safe, not in the zone. Your record don't matter, this is homegrown. They circle these games from summer to snow. It's bragging rights and the show is soul. It's the NFC East class legends made. Broken dreams and glory paid, 4th and inches, red zone heat. Miracles made on too many beats. Philly's mean, New York tough, Dallas loud, DC rough. No love, lost cannon triumph, just pride and peace. Welcome back to the MSC East. Thanksgiving lights, Monday night hype. A fan base ready to fight all night. They don't shake hands, they draw the line. This ain't just football, federal time. MSC East clash, no easy road. Every rivalry about to explode. Years of grudges, decades deep. Even the off-season can't make them sleep. It's forever fire in the NFC East.
Everything is elevated. The energy, the speed, the intensity. Today, we must all match that intensity.
Well, good evening, everybody. Game time, Brian. Losing my voice, otherwise known as the mailman. We sit here a quarter of the way through the season, and we have a lot to talk about. You know, some good, some bad for all the teams. I really do think there's good for all the teams. Obviously, the Eagles are sitting up at the top here. And listen, we got to deal with it and be men and be women and deal with it. But 4 games does not make a season. We could break. I'd like to break down each team as we go along. Me and the Zoom crew and you guys in the chat. We'll break down the next 4 games. We're going to use this season in 4-game increments. So we're going to analyze the previous 4, look at the next 4, and see where this may all end up. Obviously, health is wealth with everything. Health is wealth. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have primetime Phil on tonight. He was at work late, so I doubt it'll be primetime Phil. So we shall see. But again, we sit here, as the thumbnail says, Eagles are 4-0, 4-0. You would never know it. Again, let's start with the Eagles. I mean, the fans are happy, but I mean, it seems like, every other day there's something going on here where A.J. Brown. Now, Jesse, you live in the city of Philly, right? So please, you are muted now. So unmute yourself and just tell everybody what you're hearing regarding the Eagles. Listen, they're 4-0. They're in first. We're all looking up at them. It's a good place to be when you're still not playing, quote unquote, great. What are they saying in Philly about the Eagles, Jesse?
Jesus Christ, there's a whole big deal about the plays with Jalen Hurts, not and especially Saquon Barkley not running like he was last year, because they should understand that I don't know when it wasn't going to happen twice, back to back years, and that O line is not the same as it was last year. Injuries or whatever, they're not the same O line. They're doing their job, but it's too early in the season to be you're 4-0 and you're bitching about your quarterback and your running back. It doesn't make sense.
Well, listen, again, from the perspective of a Dallas fan, I would say that's a realistic Dallas fan. Let me say that. First, let me fix my view here. Let's see. There we go. From a Dallas fan who I don't know why that's doing that, but let's do it that way. I'm trying to make it look half decent. There we go. From a Dallas fan who is a realistic Dallas fan, I think it's ideal when you could not have your A game and still win. That's not easy to do. That's a talent. That means you have talent, a talent base on your team that is allowing you to win. Not everything has to come together. It seems like with the Eagles, and we're going to start out with the Eagles because they're 4-0. It seems like with the Eagles, how they go, and the stats aren't going to look good, and we're going to get into them. I'm not starting out with negativity, but the stats don't look good. But the only stat that really counts after 4 weeks is your win-loss record. But it seems like just watching it, and if Hallie or anybody else in the chat, if you see it any different, I see every game be somebody making a play, like whether it's special teams, right? We saw, I know Jalen Carter's getting a double team, but Jalen Carter has had a quiet year other than the spitting incident week 1, stats-wise. Jordan Davis has had a monster year and has affected everything. I think Kenyon Mitchell is doing what he's doing, quieting down the outside receiver. Outside of that, there's a little bit of a stretch. Maro Ajomo actually has been flashing as of late. Defensively, I think you're fine. Obviously, Zach Bond is a great player. You guys, you hit a home run with that one. Outside of that, I wouldn't say. I would say mid pack. And like I said, I'm going to get into the defense, but it seemed like each game there's somebody else that's getting the job done. So that's all that really takes, right, Hallie? Any thoughts on what we're talking about regarding? And I'll get to the. Sorry, my voice is kind of shy, but I'll get to the chat shortly. But Hallie, what's your thought? We're gonna start out with the Eagles because they're 4-0. What's your thought on just as a perspective? I obviously you're a Cowboy fan, but just use your
Yes.
honest opinion of what you're looking at when you see the Cowboys. I mean, not the Cowboys, the Eagles. The Eagles, the
Honestly,
Eagles.
I think they're doing awesome being able to get wins. And I hate to say lucky wins
A win's a win.
because, it was some of those were really close and last week's game was pretty good. But, like with looking at it from a Cowboys perspective on my team, if they were doing that, I would want to see a command performance instead of being lucky.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Well, if it was Dallas, in my opinion, Hallie, if it was Dallas, it would be a little different because, we don't have the Super Bowl pedigree to fall back on. So we would be getting, well, you're lucky. You're lucky. You guys are doing it with mirrors. You're not a good team. But coming off the backdrop of a Super Bowl last year, we have to at least say, okay, let's give them an opportunity to get it together. If it was anybody else, I would say, dude, you guys aren't looking good. It's only a matter of time, even though it might be only a matter of time. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt as I sit here because, because they are the Super Bowl champions until they're not. And I think that's fair. Anybody else? I don't know who else is in here. Anybody else want to chime in on that?
Moo here.
Momo, how's your? I mean, I don't know if he's able to talk. So if you're able to talk, say just talk.
I'm here.
Okay. So again, we're going with the Eagles first since they're 4-0. What's your thoughts on the Birds right now?
My burst is that I think they look going to run out. I think this is very serious. What's going on with AJ? This is not. If it happened one time, I could see that was last season, but it's back up to the situation again. That can crumble and question your quarterback, your offense coordinator, and your head coach. That's a bad not look. And they can throw that underneath the bus or what the scripted thing he said on social media. He's not happy. And I get it. I watch a lot of stuff. So I watch Ocho said to Shannon Sharp about how they get into contract talks. It's all about the numbers. They come to a contract talk and he only got 700-800 yards, and he got 2 years left on this contract. What do you think is going to happen? They're not going to resign him.
Right.
So I think it's a big thing. That will affect the team. I don't going forward. I don't see the Eagles. I really see Eagles losing more games than they win because this is going to hurt that team.
Well,
I think it's more deep in that. I think they think AJ and the quarterback have some beef or some issue.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
He's not throwing the
Gotta
ball. You can't. A top number one receiver should not get 7 yards in a game.
And I would agree with you there. I would agree with you, Momo, and that it's the offensive coordinator. I think, that's the one thing. And we're not going to talk Cowboys yet. Stay tuned. We'll get to the third team in the division. We're going to go right down the line. The Eagles that deserve the opening nod. So that's what we're going to do. Again, I would say it's up to the quarterback. I would normally say it's up to the offensive coordinator, and again, I want to talk Cowboys right now because our quarterback, but I'm going to just shelve that and just say Jalen needs to, I don't give a shit what the play is coming in from the sideline. I don't care what the play is coming in from the sideline. He needs to get the ball to A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown reminds me he's like the heartbeat of that team. I'm sorry, he is. I know maybe he's not the best guy, But I think he's the heartbeat as AJ goes and he opens things up for the rest of the team. Now, I want to break down. I will share my screen. I want to break down the first 4 games of the Eagles, okay? Let's see here. Media share. There you go. I just want to break down the first 4 games. Okay, week 1, banner night. Eagles open up against the Cowboys. We will break it down. We'll go to game recap. Just basically, Jalen Hurts, 19 for 23, 152 yards. 0 touchdowns, 0 INTs. He did have 60. What killed us was his legs, 14 rushes for 62 yards. Saquon, 18 for 60. Not really much with anything else. Dak Prescott, 21 for 34, 188 yards. Kind of similar to Jalen Hurts. Williams had 15 for 54. Miles Sanders had 4 for 53 with the huge fumble. Again, not a dominating performance, but a win nonetheless by the Birds, 24-20. Remember, the line was the biggest line of that week. So Eagles get out to a 1-0 start against the Cowboys, get a win in the division, 24-20. Again, as a Cowboy fan, I'm just going to tell you that was your opportunity to beat an Eagle team. They were basically saying, take the game. I understand what Jalen did, and that's what I was saying, everybody, is my opinion. My opinion is they won the game because of Jalen's legs, week 1, right? Week 2, at the Kansas City Chiefs, they won 20-17. This was also a game where the Chiefs did not have any of their wide receivers. It was ho-hum game. Jalen Hurts, 15 for 22 for 101 yards. 0 TDs, 0 INTs. Saquon, 22 for 88. Not a bad game. That wasn't horrible. It wasn't what we're used to. Again, AJ, 5 for 27, and Smith, 4 for 53. Patrick Mahomes, 16 for 29, 187, 1 touchdown, 1 INT. That INT happened in the end zone. Again, the second game in a row where if the other team catches the ball to Travis Kelce, you're talking a lead coming down the stretch for the Kansas City Chiefs. And we'll see. Jalen has mounted drives before. I'm not saying you would have lost, but things, I would say fortunate to win the second game, but a win's a win. Put in the comments, Philly D, what do you think made the Eagles win the game like against Kansas City? What was the thing that got you over the hump? That one was kind of a interesting game. Week 3, Los Angeles Rams. Again, the score does not really indicate. 33-26. The Rams had not one, but 2 opportunities to win the game, right, Momo? 2 with field goals. And Jordan Davis was a monster. I would say Jordan Davis stepped up and blocked not 1, but 2 field goal attempts. You won't see that the rest of the year, probably, let alone the same guy. So, again, instead of a 3-point loss, it goes the other way. 33-26 Rams. Game recap for the Birds on this one, maybe a little better. Hurts, 21 of 32, 226, 3 touchdowns. Yes, a lot better. Saquon still 18 for 46. Jalen Hurts, 9 for 40. Matt Stafford, 19 for 33, 196, 2 TDs, 1 INT. Kyron Williams, 20 for 94, so that was a good game. Puka Nacua, 11 for 112. AJ actually had 6 for 109. So, again, it's not like he hasn't seen the ball. But Eagles, you get the W in a revenge game for the Rams coming off of last year. And then this past week, Eagles win 31-25 over the Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield, 22 for 40, 289, 2 TDs, 1 INT. Jalen Hurts, 15 for 24, 130 yards, 2 TDs, 0 INTs. Jalen, 9 for 62 rushing, leads the team again. Bucky Irving, 15 for 63. Saquon, 19 for 43. Not great. But what I will tell everybody is the common theme here through first 4 weeks are Eagles are getting turnovers and not causing turnovers. I believe that in itself is probably why, after looking at it just now, and I didn't have this queued up for anything, I'm thinking you guys are getting timely turnovers, and that's what's allowing you guys to win. Your thoughts? I will shut up and let everybody get their thoughts through the first week. Eagles are leading the division by 2 games at 4-0. Momo, and then we can go around the horn.
Okay, I mean, I said it, and I said it best, and I'm always going to say it. I don't think Hurts is an NFL type quarterback. He's a running back disguised as a quarterback.
Momo, I'm not an Eagles fan, but you're crazy.
I
That's
can't
a
get. Can I
crazy
finish?
take.
Can I finish?
Yeah, but I mean,
No.
he's a Super Bowl
No.
winner. You can't say that about him. That's
MVP
blasphemy.
Super Bowl winner.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Well-
blasphemy.
Okay,
You got
but
me on
let me
that.
say-
Momo is allowed to have his opinion, though.
But they
Yeah, I
all
just
stink.
okay. Let me finish my statement. You just jumped the gun.
Damn,
Okay.
you jumping the gun.
Jump the gun. Let me go ahead. They allow me just to say what I got to say.
Well,
Y'all
we're
can
gonna
say
get to
jump.
everybody. We'll get them. We'll get them.
Yeah, okay. Here's the thing. Jalen Hurts, people love to say Super Bowl winner. Everybody on the team is a winner. So that doesn't make because you win a Super Bowl that makes you the best player, make you the greatest quarterback in the history of the game. Jalen Hurts does well running the ball. I give him that. He's not throwing to his best receivers. He can opt out those plays and throw it out. He don't have to get the ball. He sees that his running back is struggling. He sees that, so he is able to throw the ball to the tight end, or even the running back, or the 2 best wide receivers he got in the Eastern Conference. He's not doing that. He's not like that, and he has. And what I have seen over the history of his career, more he throws, the more mistakes he does. He does for mine because I'm just saying that's who he is. Y'all have your opinion, and I have mine.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Real quick, Ultra Cowboy says Momo was right about Hertz Hostetler. Again, I would just say, looking at it, I would just say it's pretty easy. Each game, at least a couple of the games, Hertz won the games with his legs, and he won the turnover battle. That's what I would say. Jordan Davis dominated the one game. But in each game, you've won the turnover battle. You do that. And maybe we're 2-2 or 3-1 if we win our turnover battle. You know what I'm saying? But next man up, Loyal. Loyal, are you in here, buddy?
You're right there.
Okay. Well, I have my view. I'm going to put on.
They're playing good. I mean, give them that. They're playing good right now. I'm not going to kiss their ass. I hate the Eagles.
No, but now listen, we're going through each team.
They're playing good football.
We're going through each team, so we have to, be fair. So that's
How's they doing good? Can I ask you that? They struggling to win games.
They're 4-0,
and the quarterback
Momo.
But the point, Momo, is they're winning.
Oh,
That's all.
oh my God, y'all don't
Hey,
get
Momo,
it. Okay.
Momo.
I know, no,
Momo.
I get it. I get it. I
No,
get
I hear
it. But
what
I
you're
get, I
saying,
think
Momo,
I
I'm
get
not-
what Loyal is saying too.
Momo, 1995, we struggled all year and won a Super Bowl. I just want to remind people that 95, we didn't play good all year. There were times, right? There were some times, but we play even in the Super Bowl. We did not have a Super Bowl in Super Bowl 30. Yet we still won.
Right.
So
Same thing with the Giants. The Giants struggle all year.
So if you're going to
both
struggle and
times.
keep winning, I'll take it. My team is pissing me off because like we seem like we're getting on a roll, but I'm gonna hold my tongue on that. Hey Linda, how are you? Who else we got in here? Joe DeMasi. Give me your thoughts on the Birds as we sit here through week 4, and then we're gonna go to the next 4 weeks with the Birds. Then we'll move on to Momo's Commandos or Redskins or whatever you want to call them, Commanders. But go ahead, Joe. Give me your thoughts on the Birds through the first 4 weeks. Bro.
Hey, what's up, Ultra? Come in.
I mean, I feel they've played pretty good. Yeah, there is those for two first games where you could say, that they could have lost, but as Holly said, they're winning as they have a new coordinator, so you can't really give them any hate or flack. I'm not a big Eagles fan, Momo, but to say Jalen's not a good QB, I just disagree with that. They don't ask him to throw the ball as much as Dak or Jaden is asked. I'll give you that. But I mean, what he does, Momo, when he was scrambling around all over Dallas, and that's why they beat us.
Right. Lord Vaughn, thanks, Brian. At this rate, you guys hang in there. Going to say you barely won a Super Bowl if that game is close. LOL. Thanks, Brian. At this rate, you guys in here going to say y'all barely won a Super Bowl if that game is close. No, I'm saying, yeah, the Cowboys. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, Lord Vaughn, in '95, I remember the game. I never felt that whole season was kind of a weird season. Yet, remember that was Lord Vaughn. That was they stopped them again. I'm sorry, my voice is gone. I know Bruce Banner likes when I do Merrill Reese, but that's when Barry Switzer was coaching the team and Emmett ran it the same play 4 times in a row. And we ran into the line. So, but we went,
Niners had our number that year.
yeah, but we went on to win a Super Bowl. So it's like, oh, is Wade here? What's up, brother?
Yeah, no, the Cowboys were like middle of the road in offense and defense this season.
Now we're on the Eagles. Linda Conyers with the super chat. Momo, 20-1 in the last 21 games. Thank you, Linda. So I didn't realize you were in here, brother. Just give me your thoughts on the first 4 weeks of the Birds. Then we'll talk about the next 4, which look a lot easier to me for the Eagles. But Wade, the first 4 weeks, your thoughts on the Eagles?
They've been taking care. They've been finding ways to win. And sometimes, the first game, honestly, they didn't find a way to win against us. I just think we gave them the game. We gave it to them.
I mean, they don't want to hear that, but
no, I mean that's reality. All the other games, like they did legit, beat Tampa. They did come back and they beat, the Rams. But us, CeeDee Lamb doesn't drop passes. They're losing by at least 2 possessions in that game. So, I mean, but they're winning. That's all that matters.
No, Lord Vaughn, I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm saying as a Cowboy fan, I remember winning that Super Bowl. Looking back, we didn't play great. We just got lucky against the Neil O'Donnell team. We threw 2 picks to Larry Brown, right, Wade? That's all. It has nothing to do with the Eagles. I'm saying I'm giving you a damn compliment, Lord Vaughn. Stop being negative and think. People want to talk shit on the Eagles. They could play this way all year and win a Super Bowl. That's a compliment. Jesus Christ. Philly been lucky. They're not a good team.
Yeah.
Jay Smooth.
They could play like this all year and get to the playoffs and get bounced. I mean,
yes, that too. I was just throwing them a bone.
Happen. Yeah, anything could happen.
Yeah, plus like I said, plus like we were talking about injuries. All these injuries are happening.
Appreciate you, brother.
The injuries are happening right now. It's not the same team like everybody else. Everybody's getting these serious injuries.
Well, and we're gonna get into that once I cover all 4 teams. I may even put the Zoom link for everybody who wants to come in. Anybody that has a camera wants to hop in, or you don't even have to be on camera, as long as you have Zoom. I may do that, and just to hear everybody's opinion, other than because I'm not really getting to the chat as much as I want, but I'm trying to keep my thought. I'm a little under the weather, but the next 4 games for the Birds. Let me media share this. Again, it is what it is. Next 4 games. Home against the Broncos this week. We can say whatever we want. I think Broncos have kind of underwhelmed, but I think they're what's their record? 3-1 or 2-2? Like, do we know? Let me look.
I think they're 2-2.
Yeah, let me see. I think you're right. I think they're 2-2 as well. Let me look. Let me back up. Boom. Boom. Let's see here. Denver Broncos are 2-2. Okay, they are a 2-0 at home, 0-2 on the road. Points for 96, points against only 67. So again, I think maybe they're a little better than their record. But you have home against Denver at the Giants. There you go, Jesse. Thursday night football. So 4 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thank God it's right down the street. It's a bus ride, not a plane flight.
Yep.
At the Giants on Thursday night football. Then at the Minnesota Vikings. Again, we don't really know. I think they have a good defense. Kind of a tricky game, but I don't know if J.J. McCarthy. And then home against the Giants. That's a lot easier of a schedule if you ask me. But I've seen weirder things happen. Let me get to the super chat real quick. Linda Conyers, talk about the Eagles' difficult schedule now. Now it's they're lucky 3 out of 4 teams are basically playoff teams, 2 teams with Super Bowl odds. Yes, I agree, Linda. That's why I said, I'll take it, like winning ugly. Now, it may catch up to you, but right now, I would be fine if I'm an Eagle fan. I would be, I would be fine. AJ Brown has to apologize via the media, even though I brought it up the other day, and there's nothing going on. Well, he just apologized. So he just apologized to his quarterback and his organization. He just wants to win. He wants to be a part of why they're winning. So, all right. So who we got in here? Anybody have thoughts on the next 4? I mean, home against Denver, at the Giants, at the Vikings, home against the Giants. I hate that. Does everybody else hate the?
Yeah, I don't like that they got the Giants twice.
Yeah,
I'm with you there. But I mean, at Minnesota can be a tough one. I think. I don't know.
Yeah,
that team.
I
just
think McCarthy is not going to be there. He's not going to be the quarterback.
That might help. That might help them, to be honest. I mean,
in all honesty, they're probably going to win 3 of the next 4.
Yeah, more likely.
I'd say that too.
In the way a players been getting injured, they're fortunate. Eagles are very fortunate. Their team is healthy. I mean, a lot of teams, including us, have took a lot of setbacks with injuries. So, hoping they don't, sustain any serious injuries like everybody else did.
Right.
I just can't stand that schedule. We have to play them twice. I mean, that's not fair.
Well,
but it is what
it is what it is right. Maybe you should look at it this way. You're playing them at a time where they're not playing their great. I'm sorry, but they're not playing great ball, but yet they're still winning. True. So,
And it'll be good experience for Dart, Jesse.
Yeah, like I said, but we do definitely need to get another receiver. I'm looking at the guy from LA. I mean, not LA.
I was going to ask, aren't we in the same thing happening with us in Washington, that we're going to be playing pretty close 2 games together, like the Giants and Eagles are?
No.
I don't think we play Washington again until the end of the year. Because I think we play them in 3 weeks, and then we play them at the end. Yeah.
It seemed like we had another team we were playing.
Right. Well, we'll get to it.
I tell you what, Brian, I would love to get a hold of Jacoby Myers. He's already asking to be traded. I would
What's
love
up,
to pick
Crowley?
him up.
How you doing, brother?
Just to have Dart somebody, a damn good receiver, a decent receiver, he could practice throwing the ball to, getting used to throwing the ball.
That'd be a good pickup, I think.
Oh, hell yeah. I would love to do that. But we'll see. And of course, we still got the issues that we already know Malik Neighbors out for the season. And
and that's what you have to try to avoid. When we get to Dallas, we'll talk to their
sure.
And the Eagles have had some injuries. YouTube Jay Capelot does bring it up. Eagles have had some injuries. Knock on wood, nothing major. Right now, they got Dallas Goedert missed practice today with a knee. Again, it's probably something he's going to have to deal with. Dallas Goedert does make a big difference for that team. So I would say, hopefully he gets healthy soon. I don't like to see people miss. I want to beat somebody.
Got to have a good tight end to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. I do think you're right about that. So, all right. So we covered the Birds, the next 4 games. I mean, I was wrong about the first 4, but I was wrong in the wrong ways. I thought they were going to beat Dallas by the 10 or more, and it really was close. When you look at it, a win's a win. But if I'm reviewing what I said, I had them losing to the Chiefs by a field goal. They won by a field goal. I think I had them losing to the Rams by a field. No, I think I had them beating the Rams. I had them 2-2, so they're 4-0. Congrats, man. I mean, that's all you could do was win. Ultra Cowboy, Lord Von, mad that he used Vagisil for jock itch. Oh my God. YouTube guidelines. I got to read it. You can only do what you could do. I wish my team would have won at least one more game instead of tying, but whatever. But all right, we move on to the Commandos, and we will bring up the Commanders, and I will bring up their schedule. I'll put it on Zoom. They are number 2 in the division. They're not what Momo thought. Momo, what did you think that the Commanders were going to be at this point? 4-0.
I thought at least they'll be 4-0.
At least 4-0. Somehow they would have been 5-0. All right. Let's go over it. The Commanders beat the Giants 21-6. I would say, Momo, that the game wasn't as close as the score. And let me just double check that. 21-6 total yards. Commanders 432 to 231. So that's domination. They had 12 penalties, the Commandos, for 89 yards. Time of possession, about even. Jaden Daniels 19 for 30 for 233 and a touchdown. Russell 17 for 37, 168. Not horrible. Akrosky Merritt had a good game, 10 for 82. And Jaden Daniels, again, you're seeing a theme like Jalen Hurts, 11 for 68. Okay. Believe it or not, Tyrone Tracy was the leading rusher for the Giants. Scatterboon, he got 2 carries for -3 yards. Malik Neighbors, 5 for 71. It sucks that you lost him. Wandell, he's a good number 2 with Malik, but he's 6 for 55, but now what? But anyway, the Commandos beat the Giants 21-6 rather handily, even though we were breaking stones. I don't think it was that close. Then week number 2 at Green Bay, you took the L 27-18, and I don't know that was that close. If you go back and look, I don't know. I'm just trying to see here. Total net yards. Yeah, it was a reversal, Momo. Green Bay had 404 total yards to 230 for Washington.
Wow.
So, yeah, again, it's kind of a role reversal from week 1 and week 2. Jordan Love, 19 for 31 for 292 and 2 touchdowns. Jaden Daniels, 24 for 42 for 200 yards and 2 TDs. And Austin Eckler, that was before. I don't know if he got injured that game, but that was 8 for 17. Not running the ball good. I think Krosky Merritt's your best runner, in my opinion. Josh Jacobs, 23 for 84 with a touchdown. Tucker Kraft, the tight end who's killing it this year, 6 for 124. Zach Ertz. So that game, it seemed like the tight ends were ruling for both teams, but you took the L there, 27-18. Momo, again, it was a complete role reversal, if you ask me. You know what I mean? It seemed like it was a complete role reversal there. They kind of got owned a little bit in 27-18. Then you rolled home against the Raiders. That was an easy one for me. 41-24, Washington Commanders over the Raiders. Just looking inside the numbers real quick. Let's see. I believe they dominated again. 400 total yards for Washington for 354. So actually the score doesn't really indicate how close it was. Looking at it, Mariota, that's it. Mariota was playing 15 for 21, 207. Touchdown, no INTs. That's the big part. Geno Smith, 19 for 29, 289, 3 touchdowns. Ashton Genty, 17 for 63. So there must have been, what made it a McLaurin?
They had a punt return for 90 yards.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering how the score got that lopsided, but it was a pretty even game fairly
Yeah.
even.
Yeah.
So, but nonetheless, a dub is a dub. West Virginia Country Boy, hit the like button. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. I will be giving out 5 more memberships. It's random. I don't get to choose. So I get 10 a month. I will be giving 5 more out in a little bit. So stay tuned. Let me put this in the hopper.
You gonna open up the Zoom calls there, Brian?
What do you mean? What are you talking
I
about?
say you're gonna open up for everybody or something like
Well,
that.
maybe later. Not now.
Okay, no, I'm saying.
I'm trying to get through my thing here. I wasn't necessarily going to open it up for you guys yet, but Phil, I didn't think he was going to make it. He was still stuck at work. So
Wow.
All right, week 4. This past week, it was a tough one. I called it, but again, 34-27 at Atlanta. Let's look at the yardage here. I think it was pretty 435 yards for the Atlanta Falcons to 294 for the Washington Commanders. Total yards. Penalties were close. 6 and 5. Michael Penix, 20 for 26, 313 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Mariota, 16 for 27, 156, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Again, Chris Rodriguez is 7 for 59. That's actually pretty good. Krosky Merritt, 7 for 47. So, I thought you ran the ball pretty good.
He's our best running back.
Yeah. Bijan, 17 for 75 and a touchdown. Allgaier, 16 for 51. Drake London, 8 for 110. Bijan, 4 for 106. So
Jesus, we're ahead in fantasy, made a killing.
Yeah, Deebo Samuel, 6 for 72, basically was your only receiver there. I believe McLaurin was out last week. So 34-27 to Atlanta. I think that's a situation, Momo, that in my opinion, that like game 2 of the backup on the road against a team who was getting unlucky at that time. I mean, they were 2-1, but I don't know. I just felt they seemed like a better team than what they were doing. Anyway, through the first 4 weeks, Momo, your thoughts on the Washington Commanders?
My thoughts are that they really have not solved the secondary because in the first 4 games, wide receivers, tight ends, and running backs are running wide open. The first 2 games, the running, they seemed like it was stopping the run. But in the last game, they seemed like it was going up and down, up and down. They should. Gonzalez had a good run. So my overall thing is that they should have got some cornerbacks, safeties, and some wide receivers in the offseason. They chose to get an offensive lineman, protect Jaden Daniels. But here's the problem with that. When you get you can get the best offensive lineman in the world. The problem is that Jaden Daniels is a type of quarterback where if nobody's open, he's going to move around. And a lot of times scrambling quarterbacks runs into sacks.
Right.
And that's what happened because he could stay in the pocket. And he's a good pocket passer. But the problem is they did not go out there and get what they needed. They decided to get some retired guy who said he wants to retire. He lost his love for football. Now he's back and getting older guys.
Yeah.
I wanted them to get better players. So, and the offensive coordinator, I don't know the plays they drew up against that game. The game was nip and tuck all through. But they didn't on 3rd down. They didn't even go for on 4th down, which I was surprised. All this going for 4th down last year, why are you not doing it? Because Atlanta sure did it. Atlanta, I forgot the stats. I think they went for it like 2 or 3 times. You didn't go at all. And that kept the defense back up there, and they scored a touchdown behind that. So the defense is the issue. And with Jaden Daniels, they didn't have the threat. Mariota's not a threat to run the ball
Well, and
every
he
down.
can win you a game here or there, but
Yes, he's a backup for a reason.
But he's a backup for a reason. Linda Conyers with the super chat. Do you think Dallas defense is down because of zone defensive scheme is used at a higher percentage this year? Yeah, we'll get to that, Linda. I'll just say this real quickly, Linda. Zone defense, you need to get pressure. If you allow any team to, as you sit back and you like a zone only gets bigger the longer the play goes on, Linda. When you snap the ball, the zone is as small as it's going to be, right? You have 2 to 3 seconds to get to the quarterback. If you allow the quarterback to then extend the play or sit in the pocket, those zones get bigger and bigger just because of the field. You're running down the field. And it's just a natural thing, Linda. So basically, if you're going to run a cover 2 or a 2 deep zone, the two things you can't do is, one, let the ball get behind you, which Dallas was doing. Number 2, not get pressure because then all the zones underneath are wide open. Dirty Sanchez with the super chat. Dork Von's mama used to sneak in his room at night while her husband slept. Dirty Sanchez, my man. Damn, I have to read it. YouTube guidelines. Thanks, Dirty Sanchez. So, okay, that's the, let me get back to the live chat here. I will get to everybody. Thank you so much for just hit the like button for me. Okay, let's look ahead. Anybody that wants to chime in, please do. Please do. But we're going to look ahead to the next 4 games. They sit 2-2, number 2 in the division. Let's look at the next 4 games for the Commandos because it's a delicate time. First and foremost, Momo, is he coming? Is Jaden Daniels, when's he coming back?
This week, he been cleared.
Okay, he's cleared to play. And what was wrong?
He'll be going right back to the bench. Watch.
It was a strained knee.
All right, so it was a knee injury. All right, let's hope he's good. All right, so you have at the Chargers. That's
definitely winnable.
It's winnable, but
they're pissed off Chargers.
Yeah, but they're pissed off Chargers. Exactly right. But of course it's winnable. I'm not saying it's not. Week 6, home against the Bears. Now the Bears have won 2 in a row. Shall I say they're not as bad as we thought, or are they? And
they are.
They are as bad as we thought.
Yeah, the team. Come on now.
Momo, we thought that till we played them.
No, because our secondary allowing them to be wide open all
Enjoy
day.
that
That's
hot
Monday Night Football in Landover, by the way.
Yes.
Against the Bears. And then hopefully Dallas is in a position and takes care of business the next 2 weeks, but we'll wait. At the Cowboys, 425, week 7. That's going to be a fun game.
That'll be a close game.
And then at the Chiefs. So
I think
3 out of 4 is
beginning.
tough, man.
I think in that game at the Chiefs, y'all gonna be surprised when we come out with the win.
Well, again, we don't know.
Scalped.
But let's just look at it.
I've been to the future.
We don't know who's going to be what, but the Chiefs haven't had much of their guys. They looked real good against the. I thought better this past week.
They played the Baltimore Ravens where where the defense is like Swiss cheese.
I know. I don't know how. I know Metabike is out, but I was surprised at that. I was really surprised. And then the hint that the Raiders, coach John Harbaugh, ex-special teams coach for the Eagles, is on the hot seat. So very interesting. But let me just go over your first 4 games. Home against the Giants, at the Packers, home against the Raiders, at the Falcons. I would say 3-1, I think I said. But you're 2-2, so you dropped a game. I would say your next 4 is probably harder. At the Chargers, home against the Bears, at the Cowboys, at the Chiefs. Opposite of the Eagles, Momo, I think the next 4 for the Commandos is harder. Your thoughts?
The chances are we can go 4-0 or 3-1. I don't see.
Well, you said 4-0 the first 4, and you went 2-2.
What happened to no predictions after that
I
last
said we can. I'm not predicting that. I said it's a
You
chance.
can do
Momo,
anything.
Momo, here come the parade of L's.
Dirty Sanchez.
Here's my thing about those teams. Let's start with San Diego. San Diego quarterback is ass because what he does, he's not
two of them.
like that. So let's talk about that. The Chicago Bears.
What's up, Bruce?
Come
How
on
are you,
now.
man?
No, let's be real about that. The Dallas Cowboys. We definitely need to be real about that because we're gonna beat them. It's gonna be a close game with Dak coming like that, and Daniel's probably throwing over 300 yards or whatever. So like that. And McLaurin, I'm gonna tell you, well, I know what's going on with McLaurin. He might need to sit 4 weeks. He might have to have surgery.
Well, if he
possibly
does,
be
you're
out for the
screwed.
rest of the season.
Well, again,
You better tell them old men to eat their meds when they play us.
No. McLaurin is a young man. He has a major injury that's going to put him onto the sidelines.
Well,
he shouldn't be playing this week at all.
Quarterback.
Make sure they take their meds.
Yeah, they got brittle bones.
Make sure Jerry takes his vitamins too. But anyway,
but Jerry's not playing.
No, but he runs his mouth a lot too. But I just feel like we can. If I'm going to be a realistic individual, I say we could go 3-1. Realistically,
The next 4 games, you're going 3-1.
I say realistically. I say we can. I ain't say we will.
I know that. I know, but it's almost like saying the same thing. Then we're going to hear 2-2, and then do we hear 1-3? I'm teasing you, Mama.
I'm not.
I mean, I'm good. I mean, I'm here to give hard answers here. Eagles, I'm looking 3-1 at the least, possibly 4-0. So I'm saying Eagles 7-1, 8-0 at this point. Just looking. Commanders are 2-2. I'm looking 2-3, 3-3, 3-4. Your best case is 4-4. Maybe, yeah. That's just my opinion. I think 4-4 is your best case. So after 8,
I think the Cowboys and Chiefs are going to be their hardest ones. That's just
me. I would agree with you. I think this next one is interesting. This next one is very interesting. This Charger game, because I'm with Momo. They can definitely win it, but the Chargers did not play well this past week. Right?
Well, you got to remember too, the Chargers are trying to keep up in their division. I mean, they're in first place right now, but
the Chargers ain't that team. You know that, Laura.
Again, their coach gets a lot. I mean, that quarterback's playing at a high level. Now, we're not giving the Giants as much credit. The Giants did a good job against them, but let me just warn people: the ebb and flow of the NFL, the Chargers coming. And I know what Momo's going to say, but it's true. Like when these West Coast teams come out and have to play a 1:00 game in New York, that's not easy. And I don't know what they did the week before. Somebody put in the comments. I mean, I could look, I guess, but who did the Chargers play leading into New York? That's the thing. Here, I'll look. I really don't want to look, but yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, who did the Chargers play leading into it? I'll find out right now. Something tells me that they got this, a short end of the stick here. The Chargers played. That's the Rams. Duh. I was like, what the? Let's see here. Superchargers. The Superchargers played week 3 home against the Broncos in a 23-20 divisional emotional win. You know how those go. Then you go out of conference across the country to play an early game. It's 9:00 or it's 10:00 on the West Coast in the morning. Everything was set up. Remember I said the Giants had a real shot in that game? Everything was kind of set up for them. So no excuses. I think you're going to get a good Charger team, Momo. So I'm
quite sure I will.
That's all. I think it'll be closer. That's all. I think it'll be a close game.
You don't think Washington's going to be upset? Not going to be prepared?
Well, any more upset than the Chargers losing to the Giants? I mean,
that's because the quarterback play ain't all that great to me. But we'll see.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm not. I'm just.
I get you. I just can't wait for the Jesse excuse.
Ain't gonna be no excuse, Momo. We worry about the charge when the
What's up, Thomas Garrett?
You lose, I'll be right over.
I can't wait. I can't wait for the.
All I'm gonna do is tell Allie, hold my beer.
All right, the time has arrived where we
wait till I'm not drinking something, Jesse.
Yeah, you made her. Yeah, stuff coming through your nose, Hallie.
Tastes better the second time.
All right, we got our Dallas Cowboys here. Okay, we got our Dallas Cowboys. Get rid of this friggin' ad. They are 1-2-1. Yes, a tie. First time in Cowboy history that they tied. But hey, it is what it is. You go on the road week 1, and again, I know we reviewed it before, but I'm going to go back to it. Look at the box score against the Birds on Banner Night. Eagles win the game. Eagles had 302 net yards. Dallas had 307. Basically even. Eagles had 9 penalties to 4. Time of possession, Eagles dominated by 9 minutes. So that's a big deal. Again, I don't know where the box score overview. Maybe I don't know why I switched up here. Yeah, I don't know why I did that, but basically, let me see here. I don't know why I did that. The game notes. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh well. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I know Dallas had done decently in that game. They ran the ball. What killed Dallas was turnovers. Turnovers and drop balls, right, everybody? In that first game. CD had 4 alone. And turnover, Miles Sanders, inside the red zone. You're going to lose every time, right? I mean, any thoughts on that? Loyal, no thoughts on that? Okay. All right, so week 2 against the Giants, an ugly, after an emotional loss, just remember, we had extra time. We had an extra 3 days for that Giant game, home opener, and we still gave up 37 points to the Giants. 37
I
points.
thought we were gonna lose the way we were playing. I was very surprised we
deserved to lose that game. Now, again, I know Eagle fans won't agree. I feel like Dallas, you should have won that first game. After watching it, living through it, again, you make half those catches and you don't fumble. I think you win the game, but you didn't. And then you would think you would be upset, and you come home against the Giants and you let Russell Wilson punk you out time and time again, throwing over your head, throwing over the zone. Again, injuries, I'm not even going to discuss injuries. We know what we had. That's no excuse. But thank God Dak is playing very good. Again, we called it, though. Hopefully he can stay healthy. Week 3 at the Bears, my son's wedding. That's egregious. That's absolutely egregious that you lose like that, 31-14. Again, you lose a turnover battle. Again, I don't really know what people expect. Again, that's a tough spot to play, but you got to find a way to win that game against, at that time, was an 0-2 Bears team. Or are they as bad as Momo says? I don't think so. I know coming into the year, I really liked the Bears. So I was shocked that they were 0-2, and I was worried about that game. I told everybody I was worried about that game. So
I was looking at it that they were starting to get some momentum. And so they're probably going to be tougher than what we think they are.
Yeah. And then, obviously, last week, I know they got out to the 13-0 deficit. I thought Dallas took over the game for a big chunk of it. I thought Dallas was very impressively how they were scoring. They were literally, it wasn't like it was garbage yards. It was literally throw for throw with Jordan Love and our defense. And after this, I'm going to get into it. It's pathetic right now. Our defense, our passing defense, our run defense is mid-pack. Our passing defense, yards against, which is really all that matters. We're dead last in the NFL. I thought we should have won the game. There was many points, like I mean, am I wrong? I mean, after we came back and the emotional block return for 2 points, we had the game, and I felt like we let it slip.
Well, I think that it was crazy. I think what lost us, and I'm sorry, but I think whoever was doing the time clock, if it was ran out, we would have won that.
Well, I saw it.
That's just me.
Well, I saw
but
it.
Of course,
I would have wanted it to
made,
run out,
yeah.
but I saw it, and it looked like it was correct to me. It did look good, but I would have still ran that bitch out and let them.
I would have ran it out
and let them. But I mean, they had reset the clock at least 3 times in that game, so it wasn't like they weren't going to do it. They would have reset it, and I think it was the right call. It was just frustrating, but that play alone, there's other opportunities that I thought you get the ball down there in overtime, you gotta score a touchdown. That's all.
Yeah, I guess it's just one of those. I think it's one of those situations with me is like we'll never know kind of situation. That I guess, and
well, it's
that's
tie.
the way it felt to me. Yeah.
Listen, and I mean, I've seen a lot of, wow, you guys are acting like you've won. Well, you have to understand something, right? When you hear time and time again that you lost the best defensive player, you didn't get enough value. Okay, you got Terrence Parsons running his mouth all over Twitter X, saying he's been held. Just think of this, everybody. I don't give a shit if you hate the Cowboys or love the Cowboys. Just think of this: the Green Bay Packers gave up 40 points to the Cowboys without 3 of their offensive linemen, without their best offensive weapon in CeeDee Lamb, right? And you still gave up 40 points. So I don't want to hear about holding, because you can call freaking holding on every play.
Well, I'll tell you the difference. Oh, I'm sorry, Thomas. Go ahead, honey.
Not only that game time, they was coming into they came into the game Sunday night leading the league and total defense. And after that game, they went from 1 to 13.
So it's a week by week league. That's why it's a week by week league.
Yeah.
I think what made the difference in this game, Dak played his heart out in this game.
But my question is, if CD played, would he have really been that good? Because here lately, he's been dropping a lot of passes. So
who did?
CeeDee Lamb, before he got hurt, he was dropping a lot of passes. Pickens has been balling out. Pickens balled out in that game.
Yeah, this was his coming out party.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's their main target now, so he's going to get his catches.
Yeah, I just gave out the next 5 gifted memberships that they're drawn randomly. So there you go. You got it, everybody. Those are
as far as our defense goes. Oh my God, our defense is so bad, man. This is it's like it's worse than the 2020.
Well, this reminds me. Well, I would say we are mid-pack, and I would say we're pretty darn good against the run. Like compared to our recent past. I know it sounds weird. I'd rather lose this way than just watching a team run down your throat. At least we're stopping the run. I think a lot of this is correctable. I really do. And I think it will get better. And we got time to talk about that. But I agree with you. Any other thoughts as we wrap up the Cowboys? We will get into their next 4, which is a big 4. But
I want to say something about the Cowboys. Like, look, Eagles fans, look, the honest truth, Robbie, you'll probably agree with this. Look, I'm not worried about the Eagles. Y'all are probably going to run away with the division. Y'all are probably going to win the next 3-4 games in a row. We're not worried about catching y'all. My concern with the Cowboys is having a decent record before the bye, making some trades, getting the defense better, and trying to get in the wild card. Because I think y'all are going to win the division.
You really think we'll make trades?
Well, it all depends.
It all depends on our record before the bye. If we lose the next 2 games, might as well just write off the season.
I will say this, Loyal, and I'll let you speak, brother. Jerry Jones, I did a video. Jerry Jones made he was on 105.3 The Fan, and he is elated. He went out of his way to talk about the salary cap situation. And again, I don't have their formula, Loyal. I don't know what they look at. I could guess, right? Like future earnings and percentage of the cap. And remember when they signed Dak and they basically didn't help out Dak. When they gave him that money, they didn't help him out and go out and get a lot of guys to help Dak. They were like, oh, you got your money, so go win, even though they didn't have. I'm not making excuses, but I would say the 1 year they could have won, the Green Bay year, obviously. That was a deep team. But by not re-signing Micah Parsons, who's not worth $47 million, people. I said it when he was with Dallas. I'm glad they didn't re-sign him. He's elated because he goes, now we're going to be able to do a lot. So I'm going to hold him at his word. Okay, he's talking already about re-signing Pickens. Now, Pickens, that's not going to happen now, but he's going to re-sign Aubrey, and we're talking $8-9 million a year. That's not a lot of money, and that's top pay for a kicker. That's basically all the work you need to do, right? Am I forgetting anybody? Who else that you have to sign? Now, you got Tyler Smith done.
Aubrey.
You got Aubrey, and you got Pickens.
Okay,
right?
so Drew's saying we're not a playoff team. Hold on, Drew. Who's running away with the NFC right now besides y'all? Like honestly, like there's a lot of
I think Detroit. I think Detroit's coming on strong. I mean, they're looking pretty good.
We know they're for sure probably going to win the division. What I'm saying is I'm fighting for a wild card spot.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Well, Detroit
There's
and Green
not
Bay,
that
one
many
has to be
juggernaut
a wild
teams in the
card because
NFC.
one will be the division winner.
There's not that many juggernauts. That's what I'm saying. I don't think there's going to be a bunch of teams with great records in the NFC besides maybe like 3 or 4.
But
Game time. Niners all day is got the membership.
If our defense doesn't play, we're not going nowhere, man.
I mean, but it is what it is. Look, now unless Drew, we lose the next 2 games, we just stick a fork in us. I mean, it's over anyway.
I don't want to make.
And our defense is so bad. Like I said, it's terrible.
Let me get to the super chats. Dirty Sanchez. My last thought. I think Dork Von chews the crust off the crotch of his mother's underwear before she puts them in the wash. All right, we got that one. And West Virginia country boy Brian, Max Crosby, hear anything? West Virginia? No, I saw that by Ernie, the Cowboys fan, who's a troller on Twitter. Yeah, I don't care if you follow the guy, but he just throws a lot of shit up against the wall. That's not happening. In my humble opinion, I don't think Max Crosby's going anywhere. He should stay with the Raiders.
They wouldn't have given him all that money just to. I mean, I
don't
know
know how the contract reads, Rob. If you could even trade a guy like that, probably not, right? Probably not.
I don't think so.
I can't see that, Brian. I can't see Las Vegas getting rid of him.
And we'll get into all that.
I want Jacoby Myers. I'm telling you.
This is going to be a longer stream tonight. Like, I'll get into that, but let me finish. Let me do the next 4 for the Cowboys, and then we will get into the stats for the first 4 weeks of the season, the whole NFL. We'll do obviously our 4 teams, but then we'll talk about the, maybe some surprises and maybe whatever. The next 4 for the Cowboys, obviously this week, you got to find a way to win the game. You're the better team here. You are. I don't care what the injuries are, and we'll talk about it. We have a lot of injuries going into this game. That was a physical football game. They still need to win at the Jets. You got to go find a way and beat a winless team, right? At the Panthers. Okay, that's a weird team, but again, no excuse there. You need to go and beat the Panthers on the road. I mean, they are 2 very winnable games. Then you come home. Momo, Dallas always has success against Washington. I'm not saying we're going to definitely beat you, but at that point, you would think we would have some guys, more guys coming back. Again, very winnable. That doesn't mean we're going to win, but if you're asking me, we need to win them next 3. And then, obviously, at the Broncos, that's an L to me. But if we're 3-0, I'll take it. If you're anything other than 3-0, just I mean, again, I don't see you going on the road and beating Denver, a Sean Payton team. But if you're 3-0, I'll take my chances in Denver. But, let's be honest. That's where I'm looking at it. Now, the 2-2 is a possibility too, but you can't afford to lose the Washington game. I knew that much. So, your thoughts on the next four? We'll go with Hallie first. Hallie, your thoughts? You got at Jets, at Panthers, divisional game, home against the Commandos, and then at the Denver Broncos.
I think our home games are going to be harder than the road games out of those four. To me, this season has been so weird. Ones you thought were going to lose have been winning, and then vice versa. So I'm not saying we're going to be winning by a lot against the Panthers and the Jets. I think they're both going to be close games because of how our defense is doing. But that's just me. And with Washington, and who's after Washington?
Well, you have at the Jets, at the Panthers, home against Washington,
and Denver.
At Denver.
Okay, yeah. Denver's going to be a lot harder than Washington, I believe, with us at home. And I'm not expecting to win that game.
Yeah, again, we're saying best case scenario. Ultra Cowboy, 30 years and still stuck on 2 Super Bowls. I don't know what SBAU means, but spell it out for me. I'm tired, Ultra.
But with the way we did against Chicago, anything can happen. It's just so hard to predict who's going to win
I'm not,
anymore.
again, we're not flexing. I'm just going over the next 4, and we'll do this a show again in another month where we'll go the state of the NFC East after 8 games. Again, how this works is it's never as easy as it looks. You think, we're going to roll, and then shit happens. That's just the way it works. Momo, were you there? Your thoughts? You're
okay,
next.
Here's my thing with the Cowboys. The defense, we all know, is bad. One of those teams you're going to play.
I'll be right back.
Defense is really good. Don't let the Panthers fool you because their defense is really good. They can stop the run. That Carolina defense is really good. It's the offense. The offense is suspect. Bryce Young is not NFL. For me, he's not NFL quarterback. But he has to get in rhythm to play well. So don't let him get in rhythm. But that defense, it's a good defense.
Do we play Carolina this year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, because I didn't hear it as one. Okay.
You play the Jets, then Carolina.
I think that's a
then
trap
Washington,
game right
then
there.
Denver.
Okay, I thought he said the Panthers.
Yes,
it's
the Panthers.
Carolina
Panthers.
Yeah.
Regardless, you
I
have
get Jacksonville and Carolina mixed up sometimes.
I just feel like Cowboy fans on the chat, if y'all believe y'all gonna just go and beat the Carolina Panthers, beat them down, you're not. That defense is good.
I think that's a trap game.
Yep.
It can be a trap game if Dallas is only a 1-win team.
What would you say, Rob?
I said it can't be a trap game if Dallas is only a 1-win team.
That's
a trap game is
if they win the games.
Well, that's not a trap game though. I mean, it should.
Some Cowboys players of this team think they should win this game.
Who's that?
Outright.
What are we talking?
Should be close.
What are we talking?
I was saying the Carolina Panthers defense is very good, and don't get caught up.
Again, we're not.
I think the Jets defense is better than Carolina's.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know. I don't even know a defensive player on Carolina.
Guys, the Cowboys have to beat these teams. If not, they need to stick
exactly.
fork in their
That's the bottom line. Again,
immediately.
Like how the Eagles are winning, just go win. I don't care. I don't give a shit if it has to be a block.
Right. I got you.
You know what I mean? Well, like we're not sitting there saying, "I know we're going to win." No, we're looking at the 4 games, saying, You should beat the Jets. Now, I agree with Rob. Now, let's dig into the Jets real quick, since this, Cowboy Channel. Let's dig into the Jets because, I kind of feel like Shamar James is going to get a little more run. I don't believe the Eberflus believes in spying the quarterback. So again, now we beat Justin Fields last year in Pittsburgh. I would argue this Jet team is more talented. They have a better receiver, right? In
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson. They got Brees Hall, and they got a pretty stout defense. You got Sauce Gardner. So it's not going to be easy.
Quinnen Williams is a beast.
Yes, and
with a backup guard playing for Dallas.
Now, I will say that
and a backup
Dallas is
center.
undefeated when this is a weird stat. Dallas hasn't lost. Now they tied. Dallas hasn't lost when it's been 4 games so far. The T.J. Bass and Brock Hoffman have played together as a tandem. They have yet to lose. Linda Conyers with the super chat. In NFL history, only Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Cam Newton, and Jalen Hurts have had win streaks of 18 games in a row. Yeah, it's very impressive, Linda. Now, I would say, I don't look at, I know like Drew loves when I say
but I'll tell you what, Brian, that Jets coach.
But yes, Linda, very, very impressive. Thank you so much.
But I think, Brian, that Jets coach is really bad.
No, he inherited a bad team. That's what pisses me off when I hear about all this praise about Shoddy, and then when you compare him to Aaron Glenn or even Ben Johnson, they didn't inherited a team like Dallas. I mean, and it's no shot. I'm not taking a shot at Shoddy. I'm not saying he's bad, but he did get. The facts are he got a better roster than what they have in New York and Chicago. He's got a better quarterback by far.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's why we should. That's why we should win. That's why we should win, Rob. Hey, we got a better quarterback than Carolina and the Jets.
Let me dig into the Jets real quick. Let me dig into the Jets. Rob brought up Quinnen Williams, just to let everybody know. Jerry reached out to the Jets first. Their first thought was to trade him to the Jets for Quinnen Williams. So the Jets turned him down because they didn't have what it took to get my guess is the draft capital. They didn't want to give up 2 number 1s. Sure. It's going to be higher ones, right, than it would be with Green Bay. And Quinnen Williams. That's what Dallas wanted. 2 1s and Quinnen. They ended up with 2 1s and Kenny Clark. Again, I would have rather have had Quinnen Williams, but Kenny Clark has been great. So I'm fine with it, but that just to let everybody know. So you get to play him. White Cotton, Dallas's defensive line coach, he's a Jet guy. There's a lot of things, and I would just say, as opposed to Carolina, we've already beaten Carolina just 2 years ago. Or maybe was it last year? Maybe it's been the last 2 years.
Last year too.
Yeah, last year too. So we in Carolina. So, and again, I'm not saying Carolina doesn't have a good defense, but they don't have that one guy, Myles Garrett. I mean, not Myles Garrett. Garrett Wilson is arguably one of the best route runners. He's a stud. He's a stud wide receiver. The Carolina doesn't have that. I know they have Ted McMillan and Bryce Young, okay. But again, are you worried about Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard, or are you worried about a Brees Hall taking it for 80? I don't know. I just feel like that this is a harder game, but you need to win them all. And if you want to get to where me and Wade are talking about, Valhalla, 5-3-1. If you want to get to there, you need to only lose one more game before before that Raider game. So again, that's the idea, people. That doesn't mean it's going to happen. This team can't stop a fly at this point. So we'll see. What's that?
Brees Hall is gonna have the bulk of the carries Sunday because the second string running back is out for the year. The guy from Wisconsin.
Braylon Allen.
Because he got hurt in the Monday.
That was ugly too. Yeah, Braylon Allen. That was ugly too. That was very ugly. So yeah, what's up, Devil Dog? I'm sorry if I didn't get to the chat. Let me just try and get a little bit. Kid Cowboys in the house. We got Oscar Perini, Twiz 2.0. What happened to your first channel, brother? What happened? You still calling me jackass or whatever? Ass? I don't know what you call me. Go Birds go. The delusion of some of these Cowboy fans is comical. Again, we're just having fun, man. Just enjoy the season. Philly D, what's up, brother?
Everyone, no one is saying we're going to catch the Eagles or win the division.
It has nothing
here.
to do with the Eagles, quite frankly. It's about getting our
it's
own
like,
house
dude,
in
we're
order.
over here trying to.
I don't think we're playing bad. And as a matter of fact, let's dig into the numbers. All right, let's dig in. Let's dig into the numbers here.
Damn, can't even fight for a damn the lowest seed in the wild card without the Eagles fans saying you're delusional.
All right,
you've
here
lost
we go.
your
mind. I agreed with you. I mean, I think you could catch that 7th spot.
I mean, it's like, damn, we're trying to get the lowest seed in the wild card.
I'm not even worried about.
Come on.
I'm literally just.
I mean, I think your defense has to play a little bit better, and I think Dak. I mean,
but I think it can get better, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm conceding the Eagles are probably going to run away with the division. Hear me, Eagles fans. You're probably running away with the division. They want to
smash you into oblivion.
I'm trying to get the last wild card spot. Can y'all give me that? Can you give me that?
You got it, Wade. You got it.
Oh yeah, Rob's giving shit out. I like it. All right, let's start with this. Okay, this is I don't know. I guess back in I saw a stat when Dallas scores 40 points, they're like 38-1-1 now with the tie, or 40 or more. If Dallas scores 40 or more points, they win like 38-1 and now a tie. The one loss was the year that this team reminds me of, which is the Tony Romo game. I know Rob probably remembers, against the Denver Broncos at AT&T, where Romo went tit for tat with Peyton Manning, and lost like 50-47 or some 53-50 or
yeah, it was a shootout for sure.
Yeah, so
I remember that. Yeah,
like I'll just say my hunch tells me that your defense will get better. Now, will the offense stay the way it is? I don't know. But I'm only saying that is when you have a team that could stop the run without run blitzing a lot, that's encouraging. And you hope as you get more of these guys back, you can somehow get through the stretch and get some wins. You get more of your guys back, get Diggs healthier. Bland is banged up still with his foot or whatever the hell he's got going on. Now you lost Malik Hooker with a toe. So it's just never ending. But defense in the league, the Cleveland Browns are number 1. Again, I'm going to argue this. I said this when we were saying Micah wasn't going to be traded, that Myles Garrett was heads and shoulders better than Micah Parsons. Why, you say? Well, he plays both sides of the football. Cleveland Browns lead the NFL through the first 4 weeks at 222 yards against. Is that pretty impressive or what?
That's impressive.
I mean, that's...
I want to see what they're working when they play in the morning in London.
Oh, that's right. They play London. That's right.
Yep.
Followed by Momo. Like, you didn't give him a lot of love, Momo, but the Atlanta Falcons have a good defense. They've only given up through the first 4 games 244 yards a game. That's elite. I mean, again, I don't think people. Again, I don't know what Michael Penix is, but I kind of think Atlanta's a team that's just going to get better as the year goes on. Anybody disagree with me?
I agree with you.
I think they're going to get better.
They looked good the first couple of games, and then they get busted up by Carolina. That was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
They don't get better because of the division that they're in. Because anybody can win that NFC South.
No way. Tampa Bay is cut above the rest in that division.
Well, you wouldn't have known it. You wouldn't have known it this last week.
Oh, they still played us hard. I mean, they came out that second half with fight. I mean, Baker's a scrapper.
Yeah.
He's very scrappy. They didn't have Evans either.
That's
Jet
why my
Li
plan was,
44,
Rob,
welcome,
if
brother.
we somehow had a decent record by the bye, 5-3-1, call up New Orleans and say, hey, you don't need DeMario Davis. Here's a 6th-round pick. I'll take a good linebacker off your hands, and
A Jet Li
get a
44,
little stiff.
welcome.
You know what?
Hold up.
Wade,
Hold
I
up.
love Demario Davis, man. I'm
Hold up.
surprised he hasn't. I'm surprised he hasn't said I want out.
Jet Li
That's what I'm
44,
trying-
welcome to the Mailheads crew. Thank you so much, brother. The Zoom link is in the community tab if you want to join us now, brother. I appreciate you supporting the channels. Anyway, go ahead, Thomas. Sorry to cut you off. I had to take care of some business.
I'm surprised. He's an all-pro for one.
Who's
I'm
that?
surprised.
DeMario
DeMario
Davis,
Davis.
New Orleans. That's what I said before the bye. I would have already called
Well,
New
Mark
Orleans for
Holmes said
DeMario
DeMario Davis when I first met him 4 years ago. So, Hallie Pierce,
I'm
thank you
surprised
so
he-
much. Sindel
I'm surprised he hasn't worn
Sindel
it out.
Nelson, congratulations.
I don't think Kellen wants to make any deals with Dallas. To be honest with you, I don't think he's going to want to deal anything to Dallas.
Who's that?
Kellen for DeMario Davis.
It all depends, man. It really
Unless you overpay, and the way Jerry values
I
those
don't
draft
know.
picks.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He's an older guy. I think you could probably get him, but who knows? But like this, I'm not going to go through each team, but I thought this was funny. Momo, you there, brother?
Yeah, I'm here.
The Los Angeles Chargers have the third best defense with yards against through the first quarter of the season at 270. So, again, this game is not going to be as easy as you think, my man.
Oh, I didn't say it would be easy.
You said you're going to roll. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
We're going to roll with a win.
I
believe.
Well, I mean, I love it. I love it. All right, now let me, Jesse, thank you, brother. Thank you. Here we go. Garrett, there you go, man. You're welcome, brother. Welcome. Let me see. Yards allowed. Yeah, so they're not giving you, let me see, complete. Oh, here we go. Complete leaders. I'm just curious where everybody sits. I know Dallas is dead last in defense. Dallas is 32. But what is more surprising that the Baltimore Ravens are 31st in league in defense? Right?
Whoa.
Matabike is out for the season
But I
as
mean,
well.
Rob, one guy?
Oh, no, they have a lot of injuries, but I mean, the way Detroit ran on them,
nobody gave us credit, right? And we weren't 32 last year, so I'm just saying. It's like...
Yeah, but I think Baltimore's identity have been for years their defense. That's their identity, that Baltimore always has a good defense, always draft well. And even this year they drafted well. I like Malachi Starks. I like how they got the other safety from Notre Dame a couple years ago. And what's his name's out too. In fact, their linebacker that they got from Chicago.
Right.
He got hurt.
I'm just saying, when I first glance and I see it, without knowing all the injuries, I'm like, wow, that's all. Eagles sit at 22 right now in yards allowed and in total defense, giving up 333 yards a game. Just the Giants, the great Giants defense is at 29th in the league. So again, you can't just blame the offense. The Giants are 29th in the league. The Eagles are 22nd.
Everybody keeps saying about their front seven. They don't have a good front seven on defense. They just have a good front four. Beyond their front four,
and Rob, the coaches aren't helping either.
Yeah, but the players got to execute as well.
Yeah, the top
well,
team.
Look at the teams we played so far and the defensive rankings of who we played,
and we're
too.
getting to that. Washington Commandos, Chris May, welcome, brother. I didn't see you. I didn't see you come in here. Washington is behind the Eagles at 24. So you got the Eagles at 22, Washington at 24, the Giants at 28, and Dallas at 32. So just gives you an idea. But let's go back to the top. Okay, Cleveland, Atlanta, Chargers, Tampa Bay is number 4 in the league. Eagles beat them rather handily. Houston, Niners surprisingly have played good defense. Maybe it's that they're playing a college schedule. Vikings, Green Bay, Rams. So it's not like the Eagles are and not to toot the Eagles' horn, but I'm gonna just to keep it 100. It's not like they're beating weak defenses; they're playing good teams. I mean, so
we had 3 gauntlets. I
so
mean, we played tough teams. Dude.
Yeah, look at it that way.
Oh, and what's his name's not playing tomorrow night, Brian?
Who?
What's his name's not? Jeff Purdy's not playing tomorrow night. He's out.
Oh, interesting.
Doing what you guys did against the Rams and then the
Who's
Bucs
out?
was
I
impressive.
couldn't
Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy's out.
Purdy. He ain't Purdy.
Yeah, he played
dirty.
like shit against Jacksonville anyway.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he got that. He re-injured that toe against Jacksonville. Against Jacksonville Sunday.
Not to get I don't know anything. I just saw a headline that Robert Saleh apologized for something. What did he do?
He was going to beat up the Jacksonville head coach.
Yeah,
Dan must got into it. Dan must got into it on the field after the game.
Yeah, he threatened him actually.
Yeah, but the Jacksonville head coach is a little dweeb, isn't he?
Well, you would think, but he was the one who was running his mouth after the game.
But I'm saying he is like.
Well, he's tall. I didn't think he was as tall as he was, but
yeah, I don't know. It was something Cohen, right? Something Cohen.
Yeah, Liam Cohen.
Liam Cohen. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was talking shit to Saleh, and Saleh told him, "I'll fuck
I ain't
your world up."
glazing nobody, Bruce. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. Saleh would have knocked that fool out. Cohen didn't want none of that.
Now we get into like a surprise on offense, and it really it's very surprising. Dallas leads the league in offense through 4 games, just a tick above the Buffalo Bills, who we all kind of figured. But there's more. But there is in my opinion, there's a couple surprises in the top 10. Dallas being number 1 is just surprising because they didn't have CD last game. We were all worried about the running backs coming into the year, and yet Javonte Williams has been a beauty. Let's talk about Javonte Williams. We don't have to talk about the elephant in the room yet, but Rob A., let's start with you. Your opinion of Javonte, knowing that you're from that you live in Denver.
Yeah.
Just
give
I'm everybody the real deal on him when healthy. That's all.
I was surprised on how good he's rebounded since his knee injury. Last year he didn't have a good year, hence why Denver didn't re-sign him. I think they kind of written him off, thinking that he wasn't gonna rebound. But man, he's playing really good, man. I'm averaging over 5 yards a carry. He's playing some good ball. I'm surprised, and I'm happy for the kid because anytime you come back from a torn ACL, and no matter who you play for, it's good to see that he's having some success on the field.
Hey Jesse, did I forget the Giants?
No, Dell has said you guys were talking about the other things, but right now,
yeah, we'll get back to it. I just realized we forgot to go over the Giants. Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's all right. No worries.
Yeah. No, we will hit it. I told you it's not going to be a short stream tonight. So we'll probably go to another hour. Now, if anybody has to drop off, you could just go ahead and drop off. I really wanted to cover the first 4 weeks as best as I can without having all the graphics and all the annoying people in the studio that ESPN has saying, they know everything. They know everything, yet it's all clickbait bullshit. So I kind of like digging into the numbers. Let's talk about the Indianapolis Colts, though, for a second. My God. What does that say? Who wants to talk? Wade? Since Wade's here, what does that say about the Giants? And then we'll get Jesse. That the Indianapolis Colts and Daniel Jones is playing lights out.
Look good on the Giants. If you're a Giants fan, you're probably going to be upset.
I mean,
yeah.
Coaching, front office, you're probably really upset, with how the team is drafted and free agency and the decisions they've made. I mean, Daniel Jones is looking like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel Jones, man, it's amazing what a running game with Jonathan Taylor, who I believe is leading the league in rushing, and an offensive line, and more importantly, Rob, I know Rob knows why. Name the main reason why Daniel Jones is being successful.
Coaching, man. Steichen's a good coach. He's a good quarterback coach.
Yeah, Shane Steichen is really good. You saw the Eagles.
And an offensive line.
But
a quarterback whisperer.
And a good running game too.
Yeah.
I think Jonathan Taylor's leading the league in rushing back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We lost somebody. But yes.
Yeah, Loyal.
Loyal had to leave.
Okay. All right.
Well,
and then you get into the bang 49er game, the Rams. The Rams are an all around good team. That's what I said. It'll be interesting to see the next 4 weeks for the Eagles, where the schedule kind of lightens up, but we'll see. That doesn't always mean anything. I mean, it'll just be interesting to see. That's why they play the games, because you think, wow, we're just going to keep rolling, and then shit happens, or we think, oh my God, our season's done, and all of a sudden the Giants go on like a run. I think that defense, Jesse, and we will circle back shortly, but I think the Giants defense should be playing better than what they're showing now. Do you have any idea why? Anybody? Well, let's start out with Jesse. Why are the New York Giants defense, that everybody is touted, Eagles drew everybody about how great they are, what's going on?
My problem is with them is their scheming. I mean, come on, that zone defense, they've done it, and twice they got screwed over. I mean, and the coach. Come on, the ball's on the line. Why the fuck? I mean,
here we go. We're getting game day, Jesse. I like it.
Pisses me the fuck off, especially with the fucking offensive. No, we'll go back to the offensive coach. And the motherfucker, what's he do? Throws a pass. Yeah, got a damn scatterboo. But the defensive coach, he needs to stop with the fucking zone.
I don't think the owner's going to cut the GM or fire the GM. I just don't. But I do think
somebody's
head
got to go.
I think Dable's done. But I don't know. Rob or whoever, but let's Rob. Yeah, Rob's here. Let's let Rob talk. He knows what he's talking about. Rob, do you think that Jackson Dart may give him a little longer to stay? Maybe, you think?
If he plays like how he played on Sunday, if they could come away with a couple wins and show some promise for the future, I think so. But I think if they get rid of Shane, they'll get rid of both. Or if they get rid of Dable, maybe both. I think if they're going to do it, they're going to clean house and start over fresh with the new GM and a head coach.
I agree 100%. I agree because in fact, Daniel Jones, Dable didn't want him. It's obvious that Dable didn't want him. And look how he's doing now because he had the O-line.
Here's my thing, Drew. This is my thing, Drew. And this goes to Dallas as well. So you say Giants front seven is great. They still need some work at other spots. I would say, no, I disagree. That's the thing. I think it's coaching. Okay, you can't have all-stars at every position. I would argue that the Eagles don't, but the Eagles are playing damn good defense because they have good coaching. I think you need a coach to be able to make the Ringos play half decent and not kill you in a game like you saw last week. Again, I think coaching matters, which is why I think it took Mike McCarthy 3 years to figure out that Kevontae Turpin, should be every week at the press conference. They were asking him, why aren't you getting this guy? You signed him 2 years ago. Why aren't you giving him the ball as a receiver? Well, we're getting to it. Well, they never effing got to it. Right? They never got to it. It was the same old stagnant offense. And now you see, that you can say whatever you want about Schottenheimer. He's actually using it. I'm thinking Dak had a lot to say in the hire, and it just feels like it looks like Schottenheimer's working with Dak. Did anybody see Dak's audibles in that game against Green Bay? It seemed like under McCarthy, he didn't have the latitude to do stuff like that. He had a perfect run audible to the right side based on what the defense was looking that scored the touchdown. It was a phenomenal call, and I think that's coaching. I do. I think that's coaching. That's just my opinion. But just real quick, let's go. We got Dallas at number 1, believe it or not, overall on offense. Let's see. The next closest 1, 2, 3, 4. The next closest team would be the New York Football Giants. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 20th.
Good night, everybody.
You leaving, buddy? All right.
Night, Mo.
Night.
Not Momo.
Eagles are 30.
Give your wife a hug for us.
Eagles are ranked 30th in offense at 251 yards a game. Yet they're still
That's
winning.
crazy.
But they're still winning, which tells you.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I say it's
that's
crazy.
what's impressive. People go, "Oh, you're trolling." No, I'm just reading off numbers. But that's even more impressive to me that you're 4-0 and your offense hasn't done shit yet. What the NFL has to be like afraid of is that you actually figure it out. And looking at Washington looks to be mid-pack. Or no, Dallas is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12th. So Dallas is 1, Washington is 12th. Giants are, whatever I said, and then Eagles are 30th. It has to get straightened out. It really does have to get straightened out. I'm going to read you John McMullen today. I'll read it. It's he's the Eagles beat writer. Jalen Hurts on A.J. Brown's social media post. I'm not going to analyze it or speculate. I think he's always willing to contribute, and that remains. Everybody's focused on trying to get better. Everybody's present here trying to improve. That's Jalen Hurts. A.J. Brown on wanting the football, per John McMullen. He interviews him in the locker room. If anybody doesn't know who John McMullen is, I don't think it's a bad thing to want the ball. Again, I would revert back to Michael Irvin, T.O. Now, T.O. was a little bit odd, even though he's a Hall of Famer. He always seemed to have an issue with his team, his quarterbacks. But I don't think it's a bad thing to want the ball. It's not just for targets or anything or to put numbers up. I see that we're struggling. I'm a guy that wants the ball in those times. We could find a way, give it to me. Now, he goes on. Again, absolutely, this is home. This is my home. AJ does not want to leave. Unfortunately, I did it to myself. I won't say unfortunately. I did it to myself. This is my home. I love it here. But you just see frustration because we want to win. He basically goes on to say that he wants to win, and he sees when he gets the ball what it does for the rest of his team, what it opens up, which that is true. But again, only in Philly where you're 4-0, but that just means that they're push for excellence. That's not a bad thing. I mean, again, I don't think it's a bad thing, but it is something to talk about. People say, well, you shouldn't talk about it. You're a Dallas fan. No, I live here. I'll talk about it.
That's all Mark was talking about earlier. He was, they're falling apart in Philly. And AJ's, there's so much drama over there.
Well, as much as I would love to say that, I don't think it's the fact.
What's going on now? We have a good problem going on right now in Philly because, like how you said, when we figure out how to click an offense, we're going to be pretty damn good in both phases, offense and defense.
And that's how, from us, when we figure out how to be even mid-pack on defense, right? I think you can with the pieces overshown and company coming back and maybe make a couple. I think there is a lot of room for improvement. We haven't seen like Donovan Ezaraku, okay? Donovan Ezaraku is starting to come on. He's starting to learn how to play against these big beast left and right tackles. We haven't, Sam Williams had a good game last game. You're starting to see Dallas's defense. Again, it doesn't, after 4 weeks, we're horrible, but I think if you really look, you could see that they could get better. So that's what we're excited about is our defense. It's funny how, but again, let's go back to the Giants since I did forget you, Jesse. I apologize.
No problem.
So let's go and deal with the Giants, all right? Through the first 4 weeks, the New York Football Giants, week 1 at the Commandos, we already talked about it. I don't need to pull up the stats. Yeah. You kind of got rolled in that game. We were joking that it was a one-score game at Momo needling him, but it really wasn't that close. They just didn't put the points up. You deserve to lose that one, right?
Yeah, courtesy of Russell.
Week 2, though, I state that I believe you deserve to win that game. The Giants, 40-37. Dallas, again, it took a long field goal to get to overtime, and then another field goal.
That was a heartbreaker. That was a heartbreaker.
Donovan Wilson, of all people, got a damn interception. So
Jesus Christ.
Again.
Yeah, and from what I understand, he was still in the wrong place when he got that interception.
That's the story of my team, Hallie.
No, I bet Donovan, he wasn't even supposed to be in that spot. That was just an accident.
There you
like,
go,
look what I
everybody.
found.
Anybody wants to come in here, I just pinned the Zoom link up at the top. Anybody that has Zoom and you want to come hang out for
Come on in, guys.
a half hour
here, man.
for-
On in.
Yeah, for a half hour or so, just come on in and hang out with us. I appreciate it. It's at the top. But yes, so my contention is I think you deserve to win at Washington. I thought the way Dallas played, you deserved to beat us. So I think you should be 1-1 at that point. Instead, you were 0-2.
Yep.
Kansas City, I don't think it was that close at times, but I think it was surprisingly because we all thought it'd be closer, right?
Yeah.
Kinda. But ebb and flow. By game time, I felt really confident with Kansas City. It's just weird how that works, but okay. So and then you beat the Chargers. So I kind of think you should be 2-2 right now.
Yeah.
But I thought you handled the Chargers pretty well.
It surprised me because they finally pulled their head out of their asses. But like I said, the coaching needs to step it up or get the hell out.
Well, I think they're going to get out. I do think they're going to get out.
That OC is probably the first one. I bet you that OC.
Well, I think they're going to clean house. I think they're going to
If we lose, I tell you right now, Brian, if we lose this next game with the Aints, it's going to be a house cleaning big time.
Oh, that's down in the Superdome too Sunday, ain't it?
Yeah, but still, we shouldn't get. They are a damn dumpster fire. Like we're almost a dumpster, but they're worse than us.
Well, did they get somebody out from from y'all's practice team to replace Malik Neighbors, or do they have anybody that's comparable?
Oh, Jesus. I had no damn clue.
I mean, a serious question. I'm not making fun.
Yeah, Rob A., have they made any moves for wide receivers?
We're trying to.
I haven't heard nothing. You got Wandell, right?
I mean,
you got
would really want
the ex-Tennessee wide receiver. What's his name?
I want Myers from fucking Vegas.
The speedster, Stiff.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't think of it. Put it in the comments.
Then you got Chicago.
Who's the University of Tennessee wide receiver that the Giants drafted that hasn't done shit? He's lightning fast. Jalen Hyatt. Bang, there you go.
Oh, Hyatt, he's sitting there.
He runs straight. That's it, man. Now, I saw a report that a team signed Henry Ruggs. Was that real or was that fake?
I didn't see anything.
Let me look it up.
I'm watching NFL Network now. They would have said something.
Henry Ruggs. I thought it may have been fake.
Yeah.
Did the Raiders outright cut him, or do they still have rights?
I thought they had rights to him, but I'm looking.
They got his right. He wasn't released.
I mean, that's a high draft pick. I don't think they would just release him.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what Myers.
No, we're talking about Henry Ruggs.
Henry Ruggs.
All right.
Anyway, he's supposed to be getting out in not too distant future. So yeah, that was probably like one of those troll things. But Jesse, what did I tell you, brother? What did I tell you regarding the Giants that this year? And I was trying to warn people, but you weren't. It's in your best interest not to win a lot of games this year, but look good in doing so. If that makes any sense, you should be.
Yeah, I know that he killed a girl, but I didn't know if they released him or if they. I mean, I know he had that high speed chase and that. So I mean, I'm aware of the situation.
Him. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he killed a girl and her dog. Dustin? I mean, going to 130.
Yeah.
There in Vegas, like a jackass. But I don't know if the Raiders cut him or if they have rights.
I'm more interested, Rob, in Jacoby Myers right there. I'm really interested in him.
But
he won't out.
Let me read off your next 4 games.
He wants out.
Let me read off your next 4 games. Again, you should be 2-2, Jesse. So I think I had you winning 8 games. I don't know. Well, let's see here.
No, we're our star receiver out.
At New Orleans. Okay. Okay. I mean, are you that confident that you're going to go into New Orleans and win? I thought New Orleans.
Yeah,
actually...
we just got that first win, man. They're hungry. They got to do something. And the OC and the coaches they know if we lose that game, somebody's going. If not all of them.
All right. Well, you better win that one.
I'm not sure if you're going to win there because I tell you
that's
what,
a tough one. I know.
They played Buffalo really tough this last week. Buffalo didn't even cover the spread. In fact. So I mean, they kept
Thanksgiving, Dustin Roberts. Thanksgiving, brother.
So you think Daboll's going to play like this is going to be his last game?
It's not. I know the offensive coach will be the first one to go.
Yeah, he's going to play every game like it's his last this year. From here on out, he's going to play. He's going to coach every game like it's his last.
Especially now that his star receiver got hurt, he's definitely in the shit house right now. Not to say that turf was garbage either, too.
Well, I don't know how you can blame that on, an injury on that. But in fact, I think the injuries might keep him employed longer as far as the coaches go.
Yeah, that I agree.
I don't see Mara, firing him with the circumstances that you guys are currently in right now.
But we also got the issue of we lost a receiver. We need to get a receiver for our quarterback.
I was surprised that you didn't go out and get somebody. I'm not saying give up any major capital, but
right now,
all the defensive bodies you got, you could have flipped for somebody. I mean,
that's what I agree with you. They have an extra defensive end.
Not in that game time. You got some good.
Rob, what I would do for DJ Moore at Chicago, we'll give up Thibodeau or Lawrence. Lawrence or Thibodeau.
No, I wouldn't. I would get rid of Thibodeau, not Lawrence.
Thibodeau, excuse me, Thibodeau. Thibodeau.
Get rid of Lawrence, please. Yeah. I would say this: at New Orleans, home against the Eagles.
Yikes!
At Denver, not home against Denver. At Denver.
Yeah, mile high, get high. Yeah.
At the Eagles. That's your next four.
This is killing me, but it is what it is.
I'm sorry, brother, but that's your next four.
I told you at the beginning of the season, we'll run the gauntlet. Hell with it.
Run it.
Fuck it. If I'm going to hell, go right. At least we'll get rid of the fucking extra luggage called the coaches.
That's a tough stretch, brother. Any thoughts on that stretch? Overkill. What's up, brother? What's your thought on the next 4 games for the Birds? Chris May. That means you. All right. He's not paying attention.
My thoughts on the Birds?
Yes. Well, yeah. I see you in the chat. Overkill 79. That's you.
That's
right?
not me.
No, it's not?
Me. I don't know who that could be.
Okay.
I don't know that crazy bastard.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was you. Yeah,
it might be.
Yeah, it is. Don't fucking tell me. I know what I'm talking about.
Insane in the membrane.
With Philly, I just think, outside of their edge rush, man, I don't really see much flaws because what Jalen can do. You take away his legs, and then we're talking a different story. But other than that, I don't really see very much that's gonna really derail them right now. I think they have too much momentum right now. So we'll see what happens going later.
Yeah. I think it's a tough stretch for the Giants coming up, and we're only going to look at the next 4. I know we want to get excited and go beyond that, but I think you need to go out and win this New Orleans game. I really do.
Yeah, definitely. At least for a moral game victory.
That's a tough stretch, man. That's a tough stretch. So
that's like a game called. It's a stretch called bend over, relax, enjoy.
I used to do that, Bruce. Of course. Don't we all? No, I'm joking. Trey Hendrickson on the Cowboys makes the pass rush group better. Daniel M., that was one of the moves I said later in the year if Dallas or listen, that's a move where everybody's trying to put us with Jeffrey Simmons. That's not going to happen. We got Osa playing at a high level. We got Solomon Thomas playing well, even though he missed He keeps missing quarterbacks when he has them 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey,
But he's,
Brian. And what most people don't know is Jeffrey Simmons got Dallas Cowboy ties too.
but I don't think that makes sense because you got, like I said, you got Osa, you got Solomon Thomas, you got Kenny Clark. I think if you make a move, it would be for an edge rusher and maybe a cheaper guy. Like I said, if Dallas actually went and won some games in a row and got to the trade deadline, and let's say Bengals, without their quarterback, continue to lose, they're probably not bringing him back. They only gave him a $14 million raise this year. That's it. Or a team that wants him.
Because his uncle used to play with the Cowboys. Jason Hatcher, that's his uncle.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Drew. It don't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. You guys don't need D tackle help right now. At this point, I think you need some linebacker help,
or
maybe
safety help,
or cornerback.
Yep.
Cornerback.
Well, I wouldn't say corner because we got a lot of help coming. I agree with
but
you
have question marks, right?
Yeah, of course. But you know how that works. You allotted a high pick on a guy who's coming back. You have Kalen Carson. You got Josh Butler. You got Savone Ravel. I hear you. I think it's more likely, and you may get a veteran. You may very well get a veteran if they win something. They would have to win. If you don't, I told Wade, if you don't win a game, if Dallas don't win games, then please don't give up your picks. Just shit the bed.
Well, the one position that I think we need help on is where Kyer Elam is.
He stinks.
Oh Lord, they need
bad.
to have a backup for him.
Hey, Brian. Brian. Danielle M made a point. The Dolphins, or I probably end up being sellers. I'm watching them see what he got over there, because I think they're going to sell.
Who do you want over there, Chubb?
I'll take Chubb. I'll tell you what, when you're doing for Chubb, because that's just for a quarterback that has one of those top receivers, a real good receiver, so he can get some practice in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why not?
Josh Butler is going to be good. Yeah, Joe. I mean, again, Josh Butler is coming off an injury, but we love Josh Butler. Not a lot of people outside of being a Cowboys fan is really aware of Josh Butler. So
I remember him in college.
Yeah, I like Josh Butler. He really came on last year before the injury.
Drew, I don't think I think they don't have a strong enough coaching staff to deal with this.
Yeah, I don't want him. Sorry. I mean, it does fit though, Drew. I agree with you, but I'm fine with Wanye Thomas and Marquise Bell.
Later, kid.
D'Amico Ryans couldn't deal with his ass. I don't know if they really would.
Oh, he was horrible. He was horrible, Rob.
Fucking Dodgers are opening up. The Dodgers are going to wrap this up.
Yeah,
shout out to the Yankees. Yankees tied it up. So.
I need one more run to hit my bet. So
yeah,
over
7-2 right now, and there's man on second and third with one out in the sixth.
At least you got Trey back there. Game time.
Yeah, I don't know. Just real quick, I don't know that I want Trey Turner leading off though. I love Harrison Bader leading off.
Yeah, I'd rather have him right behind Bader.
I don't know how that's gonna work. I guess that's. I guess. So, yeah. When did Phillies come on? Do we know? I guess Saturday, maybe.
Saturday.
Phillies had their bye. They had a bye.
I know they got a bye, but I guess.
I think they play Saturday.
Yeah, because tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, it's Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Philly Toronto had the byes.
Real quick, Hallie, your thoughts on Bruce Bochy?
I was sad about that, but I had a feeling he wasn't going to re-sign because he was coming out of retirement when he came and was helping us out. At least we got the one. He helped with the one World Series, and
right.
I'm sad about it, but I think he's going to be some kind of a consultant from what I understand.
Yeah.
With the Rangers. And then Rangers are not going to be, from what I understand too, the owners are not going to be putting out a whole lot of money this next couple of seasons. Because we still got Seager, we still got Eovaldi coming here, we got Simmons. But there's a couple of pitchers I hope that they re-sign that are going to be free agents. 2 or 3 of them: Hobie Milner, uh, Armstrong, and then there's one other, and I can't. Fatan
Mm-hmm.
on there. So, but yeah, and there's a strong possibility that one of the head coaches from Miami Marlins may be coming in.
Oh, I missed the
To
super chat
take the
from
head
Ultra.
coach.
Just real quick. I
Okay,
missed the
I'll
super
stop
chat.
talking.
No, and you're fine. I just realized I missed the super chat from Ultra Cowboy. Bills point differential 42, Eagles 20. Eagles frauds.
Wow.
Ultra and his stats. He loves just stats.
Ultra, get in
stats
here.
out.
Go ahead. You speak your mind, Ultra.
Nah, he's gone.
Don't focus on wins, but you'll focus on stats.
Well, it's part of the. It is part of the puzzle. It's part of the 4-0 puzzle.
He's always got the stats. I'll tell
He
you
does
that
have
much.
the stats.
He
I'm
does.
sorry. I miss your super chat, man.
It amazes me how fast he comes up with them.
Well, I think he's got him like on the. He already has him ready to roll.
He's got him locked and loaded.
Joe DeMasi, coming from a Giants fan, Bruce Bochy is a legend. He is going to go to the front office with the Rangers or the Giants. I like Bochy. I just think he's an older guy, and usually baseball you can get away with that. Maybe he just doesn't have the stamina to go on the road, and you know how that goes. The front office is a little easier. But anyway.
Well, Chris Young was able to talk him out of coming out of retirement. Bochy had the itch. He couldn't stand it after he was coaching the French women's team, and he was ready to get back into major leagues after that. So Chris Young calling him felt like he had another chance.
Hey, Hallie, the cornfield is calling to him. If you build, they will come.
I would be remiss.
Build a dream.
I would be remiss if I didn't discuss before we get out of here the new Dallas injuries. Cavante Turpin, he hurt his foot. What exactly happened? Does anybody know?
That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. I want to know what happened. Shoot, he was returning them kickoffs left and right the other night. What happened?
So this is the injury report. Tyler Booker is out. He's not on the IR, so there is hope he can return within the next 3 weeks. Tyler Guyton had a concussion in the fourth quarter, but they're saying they feel like he's going to pass the protocol. But either way, I would like to see him play. Malik Hooker did not practice with a toe, and this is a toe that he's had all year. So again, thanks for not sharing it with us. CeeDee Lamb is obviously not playing this week. Miles Sanders, knee and ankle. They haven't said he wasn't, or he was or wasn't. Go ahead, Hallie.
Oh, I'm sorry. All it says on here is Turpin suffered a foot injury during the Week 4 game against the Packers.
Yeah.
So it wasn't in practice. It was against the Packers. So I don't know. He probably had somebody. He probably tried to tackle somebody bigger than him again and got stepped on the foot. No telling.
Guard Tyler Smith.
Smurf.
Yeah. Guard Tyler Smith. The guard Tyler Smith. The guard Tyler Smith has a knee. I think he's gonna play. I think today was a kind of a veteran day. Sore, but I think he plays. Doesn't sound like Turpin's gonna play. But that means Jaden Blue will be most likely activated to play a kick return at the very least. Maybe
slot.
Yeah, I mean that's where I've been saying this whole time. Where what he did at the University of Texas, and I wish Randy McIntyre was in here. I don't know where he's at tonight, but that's what he did. Rob was line up in the slot over and over and over. He's really, really good catching the ball. You don't
Hey,
have, you know, I don't understand why
hey,
they.
just put the playbook around his wrist so we'll remember it.
I don't know exactly what's going on. We keep hearing it's getting closer and closer. I'd
Keep
rather
it,
them.
keep it simple for him. That's all you have to
Yeah,
do. It's
I'd rather
Just
be
give him
iron
a
cautious.
out
couple. I would just give him a
plans.
couple of
Yeah.
Yeah.
plays to, you know, for him to,
Bubble
Well,
you
screen
know,
him.
I
and
think they
hope
were
that the
worried
other
about
team doesn't
protection. Is what I
realize
think they're
it.
worried about.
Hey, Howie, just point to him. Go that way.
I think they were worried about the protections more than anything, especially with the, you know, you're playing again. Just look at the Dallas's the teams that they've played, other than Chicago, right? But Chicago actually played us well. You had Green Bay, number one against the run, a great pass rush. You had the Eagles, right, and then you had the New York Giants, who, again, when we played them, even though they're statistically not at the top, they are, I would say, three of the better pass rushing teams in the NFL. So I understand. I do understand, and I'm not upset about it. But now's the time. You could use those young legs, sit Miles for a week. That's the smart thing to do. Dallas has activated two guys from IR. Their 21-day window has started. That would be Jonathan Mingo and Kalen Carson, the corner. So again, how this works is, if anybody doesn't know, when you activate a window, you got 21 days to make a decision on a player. Obviously, if you put him on the 46, then then he's good. If they have not been activated in the next 21 days, they revert back to IR for the whole year. So
Is that what's going to happen to Phil Maffa?
I think they're stashing Phil Maffa. I don't think we're going to see Phil Maffa this year, and that's disappointing. But
yeah,
wow,
because you only have so many spots, you know. But they haven't activated this window, so they have time. Again, injuries happen. This is like a juggling act, right, Rob?
I would bring him up in for Miles Sanders.
Couldn't hurt.
But once you activate him and open up his 21, I think that'll be blue, because blue will give you the return.
Well, I mean, I would bring up both. I mean,
I don't think
honestly,
they will, because they have Lepke, they have Javonte. I mean, I hear you. I do hear you, but I just know
they underutilize Lepke, to me, in my opinion.
Yeah,
so
I
don't,
agree.
I kind of don't even know why he's active.
Well, he does a lot for them in special teams, but I hear you. And he's our lead blocker in the two-back set.
And they would probably do that to Phil Maffa anyway, like they're doing to Hunter, if they did bring him off of IR.
I'm excited now. Let's talk about Tolbert, right? I didn't hear Dak say. I think he was trying to throw the ball to him. I mean, that was a great play by Dak Prescott, a really good play. But Tolbert's so hot and cold for me. He actually played really well. Because this whole time I'm like, I can't wait to get Mingo back and then replace him, But I don't know that we can afford to until CD gets back. I think we need Tolbert. So I don't know I don't know. And I liked what Ryan Flournoy did. And Ryan Flournoy, Drew's guy, Ryan Flournoy was really good, and he plays special teams better than a Tolbert, in my opinion. So, and our best blocker at the wide receiver, which really does matter in the running game, people go, oh, do we really care about our wide receivers blocking? Yeah, that's what normally springs a long run, is a wide receiver blocking downfield, is Mingo. So I'd be interested to see how they work all this out. I guess this Turpin injury came at a good time to see it, I guess. I don't really know.
And playing the Jets, I guess they're figuring he's going to have a better chance playing against them than he is the other teams.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Let me get to the rest of the injuries here. Trayvon Diggs, he practiced. Actually, I was a little bit encouraged with him. He was benched due to an off-the-field incident at the start of the game. nobody's sharing it. My guess it probably has something to do with Micah. It's just me, but who knows? Maybe he missed a meeting. But Kenneth Murray has been limited with a knee, but he did practice. And Deron Bland with the foot sprain, a practice full. Just real quick, the Jets, Braylon Allen out. Michael Carter, concussion. Johnson, the edge rusher, knee, did not practice. Again, looks like a lot smaller injury list for the Jets. And we'll get to the rest of the games as later in the week. But, it'll be interesting to see how they work it. I would like to get Blue involved.
Me too. I agree with Rob. I'd like him to run over Sanders. I mean, Sanders, I just think doesn't have much speed left. So
I hear you, brother. I just don't know. I mean, he's going to have to do something.
I wish we'd use Hunter Lepke, Brian. They paid him this money. Why don't we run him or try to pass to him in the red
He's
zone?
not making that much, but yes, I agree with you.
I
like
wish
him.
they'd try to use him.
I like him, especially since you're not bringing Maffa up. You might as well use him.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think. I don't know. I'm not going to write anybody off or not. It's only been 4 weeks, but let's see what Jay. I think this is a situation is if Jaden Blue is called up and does some special stuff and looks electric at times, then I think you'll see Miles, go to the rear a little bit. If the opposite happens, let's say he fumbles, or let's say, he misses a block and gets Dak's head taken off or something. Or is holding or can't hold up with pass pro. I'm just throwing shit out there. If that happens, you may not see him again. So this is a Jaden Blue's opportunity, if he indeed gets the nod this week, to show what he's got. So again, I don't think he's an every down guy, but you don't have to be. Look what the Jets do. You can give me a running back like that. Give me 10 touches a game, and that'll be good right now. So that's just me. So any final thoughts as we wrap this up? It's been a good stream. I really do appreciate everybody. My voice is shot, so I need somebody to get.
I know Primetime said on your Friday show, I think it was, I hope Wanye Thomas can provide this backfield a little spark. It needs it.
Yeah.
This backfield, I think it is so bad. I mean, you got corners and safeties, I feel, getting burned. So.
And Hooker's not cutting it, man.
He went down with an injury.
Did a lot better though. But when he was out, it seemed like it got fixed a little better, in my opinion.
Right, and I mean, Chris May, Kyrie Elam is reminding me of Anthony Brown, and that's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
Elam gotta go.
Elam, again, that's what
he's in the wrong scheme. He's getting exposed.
Again, I don't understand why we brought him. What didn't you watch in Buffalo? There's a reason why they traded him. He's not a zone corner. We bring him here to play zone. It never made sense. But I don't know that Eberflus was behind that move. I kind of think it was the Joneses because they had a high draft grade on him.
Yeah, first round corner. Yeah, exactly.
And they brought him in and then said, "Here, work with him," and it's not working. So
is he a 1-year deal or?
Yeah. He's the
only one that got 2 years.
Didn't pay so they didn't pay that much for him.
I think he gave up a fifth compensation.
Fifth and a sixth. Yeah, I think a fifth and a sixth.
It's like a couple picks. So it don't make any sense to me.
And their linebacker,
unless they put him.
I think it was Rob. Their linebacker play has been horrible. I agree.
I think they just need to put Elam, if they're not going to trade him or anything, put him in a different position than what he's trying to be, because he's getting cooked.
That position is called the bench.
You beat me to
exactly. I think when
he'll warm up that position.
He could be a water boy.
Well, unless you trade him
high quality.
I think personally we should watch both teams.
blood.
Both our teams.
How you
I
drop
personally
spot?
think that both our teams should be watching Miami because they're going to be selling. They're going to be selling.
Miami and like Wade always brings up, New Orleans
Yep.
has some good
New Orleans,
defenders
they're
too.
going to be.
Yeah.
Yep, they're going to be selling. I'll pick a couple things up over there.
Yeah. I don't know. All right, the Dodgers got your 7th run. I just saw it.
I'm a Giants fan. I can't stand them.
Yeah. Troy Daniels, he's a Dodger fan. So,
He is, yeah.
When they got Ohtani, I thought, oh man.
Man, because they got Ohtani and Yamamoto. They got Godzilla and damn the 3-headed monster over there.
What did you
Jesus
ask,
Christ.
bro? What did you ask me? I'm a little under the weather. What did I miss, Drew? What did I miss?
Come in here, Drew.
Daniel, I do believe.
Makes it easier.
I'm getting ready to shut it down. One more question. Is the NFC East as strong as we thought it would be?
I'd say
Injuries
so.
are kicking our ass.
The injuries are kicking us, but I just think that it's pretty top.
No,
Like,
I'll
including your
say
Giants,
no, Drew. I'll say no because I don't think the Commandos are as good as we thought. I had Dallas at 1-3, Drew. So they're a half game better than I thought. I didn't expect their defense to be this bad. As far as passing, again, against the run, they're pretty good. But here's the deal. Nobody's running except last game towards the end. When you can pass on them. But no, I thought Washington would be better. I think the Giants, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. The Eagles are better than I thought as far as record-wise. But I thought they'd be playing better. So that's weird. But record-wise, the Eagles are better. Dallas is a half game better. Washington is worse than I thought they would be. And I don't know about the Giants. I think I had the Giants getting out. I think the Giants are better, actually, Drew. I think the Giants, I had them going winless, I thought. So, right now. So, yeah. Does it really matter? But, yeah, I think...
Very funny, Rob.
I think that going forward, I think Giants without Malik Neighbors is going to be tough, man. I think you need to get that running game going. That's going to help everything. Tyrone Tracy he's out, right? You think you got to get Devin Singletary involved with Scatterboo. Anybody have any opinion on Scatterboo? How many?
My man is doing his job. He is actually surprised.
How many runs should he be getting?
At least 25 carries.
You can't overdo it, though.
25?
We can't.
Hell yeah.
He'd be running his legs off.
15 to 18.
I know. I don't want that to
Yeah,
happen.
I'd say 15 to 18.
It depends on who he's playing, man.
Fucking
he's
Scatterboo
got heart,
25.
though.
Yeah.
You guys
I
are
kinda
close.
like-
You run his ass and that other guy you guys got.
I would be
man.
running the
Freaking
other
play
guys,
action
Chris.
off of that.
You know what I would do, Chris? I would run Tyrone Tracy and Singletary when Tracy's healthy.
Tracy's still hurt though there,
Yeah,
Brian.
you could do that.
More
Tracy's
in the
hurt.
first half, right? And then once you get your lead, then let Scatterboo cook. How's that?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Tracy's
little
hurt.
wear
If
everybody
it was
down.
Tracy's
Yeah.
Scatterboo, if it was Tracy's Scatterboo, I'd be happy. But
Calvin
Tracy's hurt.
Ridley. I like Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, I like him too.
That's a good name.
Tennessee,
Drew.
Yep.
He dropped a lot of passes against that Bronco game.
Yo, Dayball's
Really
gonna be.
dropped a lot of
passes. Oh, did he?
Dayball is
He
probably gonna
did?
do something. I think Dayball and the manager are gonna do something, pick people up because they're right now. The job's on the line. Their job's on the line. They're desperate,
Mm.
and they'll still cut their heads off anyway. Fuck them.
Well, what have
damn.
Pizzle and Bad Dog think about y'all's next opponent coming up?
Yeah,
Have
I
you
to-
listened to him yet?
Yeah, I've been listening to them,
Yeah.
man. They're like this. If they don't fucking win the game, then fuck them. Let the heads roll.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Is that what you're
If
saying?
the bodies hit the floor, set them on a damn boat, torpedo, goodbye.
All right. Well, before we get out of here, let's do a whole NFL look. We got two undefeated teams. But as I'm looking at my screen, you got Buffalo at 4-0. Okay. 133 points for, 90 against at plus 43. So they're scoring. The defense is playing decent. New England Patriots at 2-2. Miami at 1-3. And the Jets at 0-4. I would say not much of a surprise there. Anybody, and we'll go through each division. Any surprises there, people? and you guys can just talk.
Maybe New
Miami
England.
tried.
Maybe New England. I thought they'd be pretty shitty, but they're decent.
They
They're
are
not
pretty
bad.
decent.
Miami surprised me. I mean, Tua was doing all right. This is like, what the hell's going on over this coaching? I think.
Yeah, I don't think they like that coach that much.
No,
I
that
really don't.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Rob, your thoughts at all? Is Rob still here?
He's busy right about my Glizzies.
I think New England's playing some pretty good ball considering. Drake May's numbers are actually pretty damn impressive so far.
For real.
Yeah. He's not playing bad at all.
And then we go to the AFC North. You got the Pittsburgh Steelers at 3-1. Okay, I don't know about that, but 96 points for, 98 points against. So that's just a matter of who they're playing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Cincinnati 2-2 with that Burrow.
That's crazy. That quarterback getting hurt, like get
I
injured.
know what Rob said about the injuries, and that's cool. I'm like, we know firsthand about that, but I don't know. I was just surprised that they got run over by, of all teams, the Chiefs, who hadn't looked great, but whatever. The Ravens 1-3, and Cleveland Browns with that dominating #1 overall defense.
Yo, Brian, there's big time controversy in Cleveland with Shador.
What's up, Clay? How are you, brother?
Big time.
Well, they just
he's third QB.
Yeah, they just elevated.
Yeah, and then he's like this. Somebody was interviewing him, and he's miming. He's miming in the middle of the interview, making no.
Yeah, because I think he that was his response to Ryan on ESPN.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Rex Ryan.
Rex Ryan.
He's
Yeah.
got to worry about his feet or his wife's feet.
Yeah, and I don't. He talks a big game on TV, but when he was coaching, I mean, I don't know, man. You were pretty.
Who am I
average,
thinking
in my
of?
opinion.
Dylan, the Oregon quarterback. What's his name?
Gabriel.
Yeah, Dylan Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cleveland's starting Dylan Gabriel this week. Joe Flacco has been benched, but is still #2. So go figure.
Yeah, he's still QB2.
Look at that one.
Mm-hmm.
Indianapolis Colts. Let's just be honest here. Indianapolis Colts, 123 points for, 83 against. They're a plus 40, just right behind the Bills. They just lost their
You can
first
run the
game.
ball; it goes crazy.
Again, man, it's really cool to see Daniel Jones have some success. I always liked the guy.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, it is, because I always liked him in New York, and I got laughed at when I said I think he's a good quarterback.
I liked him, but guess what?
Just because of his mobility, and his arm, he's got decent arm strength. He was just punch drunk in New York. He was just punch drunk.
Yeah.
You guys have a good night.
You out here, buddy?
Yeah, I gotta get to sleep.
All right, I'll talk.
Later, guys.
Later.
Bye, Chris.
Later, Chris.
Jacksonville Jaguars at 3-1. Again, 96 points for and 72.
Sunday, Brian.
What's that?
I said it's Sunday. Jacksonville is for real. Jacksonville is for real. I just got this crazy hunch
Sunshine,
about
man. He can play.
And they got a test Monday night. But I think Jacksonville is for real.
Well, how about this?
Is Goldilocks playing?
How about this?
Oh, he's playing good ball.
How about but by my morning video, I touched on it. What's his name that they traded up for? Travis
Hunter.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter. They traded up and gave a 2026 #1.
And he's not even being used.
And no, he's being used. He's in
Yeah,
65% of the
right
offensive
now.
plays, and he's just not doing much. I was afraid of that.
I agreed with you this morning. I agreed with you this morning, Brian. I would have made him a corner and then brought him in.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. I don't know why they're trying. I feel like they're trying to make him a receiver
Dion,
now.
Yeah, make him a corner.
Yeah.
Let him. Yeah, listen.
I would.
There is
I would
situational wide receiver. That's I watched a lot of their games here at Boulder last year.
Oh, right.
And I would have played him 100% snaps on defense as a corner, and bring him in situational on offense.
Yeah, I agree
if they release his ass, I'll pick him up in a heartbeat.
Nobody's
They're
releasing
not going to
him.
release
No.
him.
They've given up too much.
Yeah.
He's
an investment.
I'm not writing him off for good, but
no,
just through 4 weeks, it's not looking good. That's all. Excuse me. All right, we're moving on here. Almost done, people. And we did okay. We got the Texans at 1-3. I called a regression a little bit. I did call that. With just the league coming back to C.J. Stroud and the Tennessee Titans 0-4.
That's gonna be a fire sale there.
They should have a fire sale. They have
straight fire sale.
51. Their offense is dreadful. 51 points for, 120 points against.
Right.
Minus 69. That's almost as bad. It's worse than the Bengals.
All those coaches are gone.
Yeah, that's bad news.
Cam Ward went up the deep end down there, so
it's
fire
bad
sale.
news. Oh, that's right. That's
He
your
don't went up the
backyard.
deep end.
Yeah. As we go to AFC West, you got the Chargers at 3-1, and Momo thinks he's going to roll over the Chargers.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Can't wait.
I think the Chargers bounce back this week.
They're gonna get pitch slapped.
Well, he said the next 4 games it's going to be 3-1.
Yeah.
He said it could be.
Yeah,
Let me put the other words. It could be. He said he's not predicting anymore.
Well, change it to not going to be.
Yeah. Kansas City Chiefs are 2-2. Probably where they should be with all their injuries. The Broncos are 2-2. I think they're only going to get better as the year comes.
It's a long season.
And the Raiders 1-3.
You got game time. You got Denver beating Philly this weekend?
No, not in Philly. No. Now that Dart starts, we have all the SEC starting quarterbacks in NFC East game time. Coyote. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, good point, Coyote.
That is cool. SEC, baby. NFC East. Eagles 4-0. 108 points for, 88 against. They're a plus 20. Okay, I'm looking at the Commandos, but again, schedule means everything. Washington Commandos are 2-2. 107 points for, 91 against, a plus 16. Dallas, look at that defense. 114 points for, 132 against, minus 18. Horrendous. And the New York Football Giants, surprisingly, their defense is not very good, at least statistically. We know they have talent. 1-3, 101 points, or 73 points for. Wow. 101 against.
The decapitation's coming. Trust me.
Yeah. NFC North, Detroit 3-1, starting to get on a roll here. Plus 49, 137 to 88. They've won 3 in a row after dropping their opener. Green Bay 2-1-1. Again, they have they did have them. I think they have the number 1 rushing defense, but they're still top 5 in overall defense, even after that 40 burger.
Yeah. Oh shit.
104 to 84 plus 20. Vikings 2-2. Again, that's kind of impressive without McCarthy. Who's been playing in Minnesota?
What's his face?
Wentz. That's
yeah.
it. Yeah. Wentz. He didn't look horrible, even though they lost.
No, he's a decent game manager, decent backup. Give you 2 or 3 games, probably. Cooper Rush.
He's got good receivers there. He's got a he's got a good supporting cast.
Yeah, Addison and
Jefferson
and
Addison.
Yeah.
And even their tight end's good. The kid from Detroit that went up there.
Hawkinson.
Yeah, Hawkinson.
Yeah.
I put WD-40 on his back though.
Damn, Brian, I just thought about that. The majority of all the NFL quarterbacks are from the SEC.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Proves it's the best college. Yeah. I mean, it's the most college football players drafted too.
SEC.
Yes, sir.
What happened? Who are we talking about? Who's Mark? Okay.
SEC.
Chicago Bears, 2-2. Okay, they've won 2 in a row. Starting with the Cowboys, minus 16 point differential, 101, 117. Okay, The Tampa Bay 3-1. They're dead even, 97 and 97.
I think you got to watch out for Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I mean they started off banged up. Again, they're hot. I don't know. I don't have any faith long term with them, but they're very good. I think they're going to be in it for a while, but I don't know that. I always feel like they're going to choke in that one big game. As much as I like Baker, I don't know that I trust Baker. Atlanta Falcons.
Ain't no Brady either.
Atlanta Falcons are 2-2. minus 10 and 76 and 86. So again, but their defense is good. So I think they're going to get better as a team, along with Michael Penix. Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers 1-3, followed by the New Orleans.
Hey, Hallie,
Saints.
what was Mark calling him the other day? Michael Penis. Honestly,
Michael Penis.
Oh, that was Momo.
That was Momo called the
That was
penis.
I was like,
Momo.
what are you guys doing, Momo? Oh, he dropped off.
Oh,
on
yeah.
Yeah,
We got
Momo.
him.
Yeah, and Derek J. Took part of that snippet, and when it would be quiet, he would play it. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's hilarious.
And the last four, the Niners.
Oh, yeah.
The Niners are 3-1. I think they're doing it with mirrors, but they have such an easy schedule that they're going to be around.
Their end of the year schedule is so cupcake.
They ain't gonna have the head
I
of the
think the
snake's been
Rams
cut
are going
off,
to
so
take
they're
it
gonna be
over though
hurting.
at some point.
Hope so.
But
Puka Nakua is playing like the best receiver in the league.
And they got Devontae Adams, and they got
that
Kyron
draft
Williams.
pick was a steal.
Yeah.
What a
He's
steal!
outperforming his
God,
contract.
what a steal! I mean,
Jesus.
wasn't he a fifth rounder, Rob?
Fifth rounder.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Dana White is the only buddy who knew he was going to be good. He was telling
Yeah,
people
he
to
played with
draft
his
him.
son.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You got Niners at 3-1, Seattle at 3-1, which is
That's surprising right there.
plus
Seattle.
44.
They're
yeah.
actually playing some damn good ball.
Yeah,
Seattle-
Sam
no
Darnold's
doubt.
balling over there.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Sam Darnold's like,
Rams
geez.
are 3-1, and Arizona's 2-2. So
That's gonna be a
again,
hard
The
division right there.
That's a better division than I thought.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it
The
is.
first 4 weeks, yeah, absolutely.
Is D-Law doing a lot better
Uh,
over there than he
yeah.
did here, or
He's
is he
doing
about the
okay.
same?
He's doing all
He
right.
stops the run,
Yeah,
but that's
he's a
about
good
I
it.
didn't
player.
hear his name much when I watched the other day, but I'm sure he's doing
He's
okay.
a good player. He's just a solid two-way player. That's what he is.
Yeah.
People laughed when I said it would have been a good pick for the Eagles at that time. I'm like, hey,
Oh, he would have been.
that's a
He would've
type
been
of guy
perfect.
who's going to come in with that stud interior, and he's just going to stop the run, you know. But you know, and plus he's
I like
always
D-Law.
he always makes plays, even though he gets tired. I mean, even though he gets tired, but no, he always seems to make plays. When you need it, you know. So he's always a very physical player. But let's just look at. Yeah, we can argue. We got the Eagles. I would say the Eagles. Eagles. Who else? And Buffalo. You pick. I would probably go Buffalo. You know, if I had to.
Right
pick.
now, I go Buffalo right now.
133.90 plus 43 points. You know, probably right now playing the best. But Eagles are right there. It's the best teams in the league, and the worst teams. That's what's curious. Are we going to go New Orleans? Are we going to go Carolina?
Yeah.
Just because
I think New Orleans picks number 1 next year.
I'm thinking Tennessee's the worst team in the league.
Right behind them. We're right behind them.
Right there.
With that schedule, Brian, we're right behind them.
Man, it's very hard for me to say that the Giants are the worst team in the league. I just think you have too much.
We lost a star receiver. I mean, our O-line sus.
What's that, Rob?
Who stays undefeated longer?
Let me look at the Buffalo Bills schedule.
They got the Patriots, Falcons, Panthers, and Chiefs.
I missed
Are their
it.
next 4? I can see them losing to the Patriots.
Patriots at home.
They always play them tough, I feel.
At the Falcons, at the Panthers. No, I don't see them losing, to be honest with you. I think they win the next 4.
Yeah, I don't see them.
At
I don't
home,
see
yeah.
them losing to any of those teams.
They're at home, so that's the only reason why I say that. At the Dolphins, home against Bucks. That's a weird game for them. Maybe they lose that one, and then you start getting into games where I think they can lose. Home against the Bucks, followed by
Texans
on the road on Thursday. That's an interesting game. You know, it's one of those when you're betting, beware.
Stay away from that one.
Yeah, and then at the Steelers, I don't think Steelers have anything for them. Burrow, I don't think he's gonna make it back. Home against the Bengals, at the Patriots could be a problem. At the Browns is always an issue at that point of the year. Home against the Eagles. Okay, so you guys play each other, so that'll be fun at the end of the year.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So, but anyway, that's it for me, everybody. I appreciate it. I think it's been a great stream. I tried to break it down and be fair, and you go over the next 4, the previous 4, and Again, I'm sure everybody wants their team to be healthy, moving forward. I dream on having. I just don't see it right now, but I dream of having a playoff game against the Eagles or whatever. Sorry, Jesse. I think your Giants, like I predict, I don't know if they're going to get to the 8 that I said. But
I don't think so either now. Right now,
I mean, fucking Malik Neighbors going down hurts.
exactly.
Like
That killed me right there.
I
But
mean,
it's okay.
So
We get rid of the garbage.
but it's okay, but not really. I'm sorry. That takes, I don't know, man. That takes something away from you. You don't know. I'm sure he'll come back, but you don't know.
You don't know what
Exactly.
shape he's going to be,
Well, I
and
mean,
is he going to be
you
like
don't
he
know, man.
was?
Look at Diggs.
Well,
That's
Diggs
a
hurt his knee, and
question.
he hasn't been the same since. Some guys bounce
But-
back, some guys don't.
Like I said, there's a silver lining. We get rid of the damn coach and the manager. They can go bye-bye as we put a bullet in them and throw them in the fucking river.
All right. No
Man,
bullets.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, no bullets.
I'm done with them. I'm done with them.
You just got me
That's just
demonetized.
me.
All right, everybody. See us. That was it.
Man, come on, Jesse, stop.
Yeah, it's
All
not
right,
all that,
a pop
brother.
gun, okay? A pop gun.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, hit him with
That's right.
Yeah, like a super soaker. How about just fucking
Yeah,
soak
the
his
super
ass.
soaker pop gun.
Great live stream. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate that, brother. I do appreciate that, Rob.
Brother.
I will see what's today. What's today? Wednesday? Yeah, today's Wednesday. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe you know what I'll do? I'll go live during the game tomorrow night. How's that? We'll do a
that'd be
channel
good.
member. I don't even know what the game is. What's the game, Rob?
It's a good one.
San
Rams.
Francisco.
Yeah, the Niners and the Rams.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Very good.
That'd be a good one.
So yeah,
That's
well,
a good matchup.
I have the Rams, but I'm going back and forth. That's one of the teams I go
yeah,
back and
I
forth
think the
on.
Rams are going to beat the hell
I think
out
the
of
Rams,
them.
because they don't have their
I'm gonna
quarterback.
that's some heavy money tomorrow on the Rams.
Oh
Spread
shit!
right now, the spread jumped up to 8.5 because Purdy's out. He's officially out.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Hallie. Just
No,
take
Mac
the Rams.
Jones ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, Mac the knife. Yeah. But all right, everybody. I appreciate it. We are out of here. I
Have a
appreciate
good
it.
night, fam.
All right, man. I'll talk
Yeah.
this.
All right.
Take care, guys. Love you.
Okay, bye, everybody.
I'm trying to
Great night.
find my. There you
Hey.
go. Yes. All right, late. See us.